You're early out as always. Let's see. Okay, cool. Does everything sound good, Pip? You usually do the like checks to see if audio sounds good, if things look good.
Meanwhile, my ass is grabbing your link so that way I can show people that I exist. So
I must do the thing as a VTuber so I can be seen. Otherwise, my existence is nothing.
I need verification.
If nobody notices me, then what's the point?
Exactly. Think everything's good? Alright. Fantastic. Okay. So, Wookiki, you usually like do it by Woo, right? Or people call you Woo.
a lot of people just call me Woo. A lot of people call me Woo, Wookie, fucking Kiki.
Wookie? I've never heard of Woo.
Yeah,
Wookie.
yeah, people call me Wookie. There's people who just struggle with the idea of my name being fucking Woo, and they're like, no, your name is Wookie because it makes you sound cute. And I'm like, I ain't fucking cute, but sure, you can call me that one. It's usually like,
Right, I mean, it's
small ones.
It's
small
more charming than you know, half my chat calls me Grim Job.
There you go, just you and Grimjow from fucking Bleach, done.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's perfect, dude. It's perfect.
I don't see anything wrong with it. Another thing, we have similar eyes. See that?
Oh yeah, fucking Black Sclera gang.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the sun doesn't work, and I'm constantly running into walls through the scientific anomaly of my sclera. The science behind it will baffle you.
Don't worry, one day the atoms will perfectly align, and I will run through the wall.
It's perfect. If you just, slowly press your hand into something, eventually, after thousands of years, you will become the same thing as the wall, and then you will fuse together, but not fully go through it.
Yeah, have you ever had that feel where you have like two wounds that are often close to each other? And and you're scared of them touching each other for too long because you're like, oh no, they'll grow together. Or is that just one of the weird fears that I have?
No, it's actually scientifically makes sense, because what'll happen is your cells will notice that each other are damaged and then be like, we shall be damaged together, brother, and then fucking close together.
Exactly. I'm terrified of doing that. I'm like, no, I don't want my skin to be like merged. I don't want to be some weird like, well, I guess Fishman, but like,
too late.
Yeah, this is what happens when you sleep with like your fingers taped together and like rubbing against each other all the time.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, you develop a webbing and somehow gills.
I don't know how the gills happen, but they happen.
There you go. It's the only way, okay? It's literally the only fucking way for you to become a fish person and be very good at swimming. You have to take your fingers, you have to tape them together, and then suddenly, bam, fish.
Yes, and then do the same with the toes.
Mm-hmm. Now the toes are a little bit harder. You got to get some help with that. You got to ask your parents at home to help you with your toe positioning. Listen, okay? It's easier when somebody else is doing that and touching your toes. Have you tried touching your toes recently?
I'm double jointed. I am surprisingly flexible.
Okay, but have you touched your toes?
Not while standing up.
Exactly.
With straight legs, no.
How are you going to tape your toes together if you've already taped your fingers together? Please explain this to me.
I'm not.
Exactly. See, this is why you need help.
I need to call my mom.
Man, I need you to tape my toes together. It's the only way I can swim faster.
Don't ask how it works. It just does, okay?
It does. Absolutely, it fucking does. There's no other way for this to go.
Bonus points if you hang yourself by your toes a few days ahead of time to stretch them out a little bit.
Like a fucking steak at a butcher shop. Just fucking slab you on the toe hook. All right, there you go. We're just gonna let you drip dry for a little bit.
That's all you need to do. Just fucking sit there and let the juices collect at the bottom, so that way, you know, once they're nice and drippy, I know damn well that you're ready to go to the toe factory.
Ready for the next stage, the taping.
Now, do you want fluorescent or duct tape? You got two choices.
We have some Hello Kitty tape in the back.
Christ. God damn. Why? Why? Why is this the conversation we start with?
I don't know. It just happens, you know.
Oh, don't you worry. I can turn myself up. That's a power I have with this microphone. I can just turn myself up.
You can just be a presence. Hi,
Yeah,
Quiche.
I can. Hello.
Hello.
I am here. I hope you are excited, Keys, for me to be a general nuisance. Because that is what I do whenever I end up anywhere else.
Okay, so, you know, we should probably head on to the topic of who are you, what do you do, what do you stream? Because with that, we kind of just skipped right past that, went straight to hanging ourselves by our toes.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I mean,
developing
that's
webbing
all
in
you
between
need
our
to know.
fingers.
That's all you need to know about me. Come on. What else is there to know? Let's be honest.
It's just why
I'm
Wu
the
hasn't
toe
done
guy.
this is why Wu hasn't done a hand reveal yet. See?
Done a toe reveal. No, you know,
It's webbed.
I can get into that about when my hand reveal will happen. Because I for the longest time I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get one of those gorilla costumes, and I'm gonna put it over my hand for whenever I want to record me doing anything like with my hand. And the only time I'll take it off is after somebody on Twitter's all like,
You're a monkey on the internet and your VTuber has dark skin. That's so racist.
and then I will take a picture of the back of my hand and be like, L plus ratio plus, I did your mom, nobody asked. Was black the whole time, what are you gonna do about it?
Get fucked, nerd.
Good luck trying to cancel me now.
when you
Terrible.
when you bait out the cancel just so you can slap back at it and be like, see, I'm uncancelable.
Oh my fucking Lord Christ. Anyway, yes, I'm Wukiki. I stream on twitch.tv/Wukiki_. I play action games and platformers. That's mainly what I do. Sometimes we do other things, and I guess I'm technically a variety streamer. I hate that word, but I guess I am. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's really much else to say about me that won't be revealed through me just saying random syllables strung together as words.
Yep, that sounds about right.
That's basically it. That's how I be.
Yeah, no, you also, on your Twitter, before you go live, a lot of the time, you have a habit of posting these, like, trailers, so to speak, for upcoming streams.
Oh, yeah. If a stream's important enough to me, I'll just fucking throw up a trailer and be like, yo, this is a new thing. I found that, I got complimented at one point of I find random games and like the most interesting things to like show up. So if I find something that not a lot of people know about, I usually like to be like, hey, look at this thing. Look how cool it is. Let me fucking get you excited for it by making a little trailer for you.
That sounds, I mean, I can't judge. I just don't have the. I don't have the drive to do that. So, fucking props to you. Like, I might find a game where I'm like, hey, this is perfectly on brand, this is cool, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna play it like normal.
I haven't been
Hi,
doing
it's
them
me.
often, though.
Hello, ASMI. Hello.
It's so. I think the last one I did was for Hong Kong Massacre, and that was just because I thought it was a neato game, and so I needed to justify my purchase of Hong Kong Massacre by creating a fucking trailer for it. Because I really shouldn't have spent money on it at that point in time. But hey, you know, that's how it is being a streamer. One foot in the debt and the other foot, you know, in the fucking studio in OBS trying to make back the debt money.
Yep, that sounds about right. That's usually how it is.
Yeah, so trailers just kind of come and go. I have a few that I made and then I just scrapped. Like they're just sitting on my drive and I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. I
Like,
I have a very
why not?
specific memory of once popping into your stream and Pepsi Man was
Mm.
playing on full blast while you're running around in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance
Yeah.
as Pepsi Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what you can expect. Look, if I'm gonna play a video game, and this is a really sad part about this. If I'm playing a game and I'm not 100% sold on the idea, I will look up how to mod it and I will mod the fuck out of it.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, hey, make something uninteresting interesting. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and like people like Metal Gear Rising. I'm not gonna shit on Metal Gear Rising too much because I've already done it enough. I will say, however, I don't like Raiden. I don't care for Raiden as a character. And I was like, damn it. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Pepsi Man mod. I see. I couldn't get the Coca-Cola mod to work, and I'm so upset that the Coca-Cola mod didn't want to work, because then fucking it would have turned every enemy that's a boss encounter into a Coca-Cola branded fucking cyborg, and it would have been great. I'm so fucking pissed that it didn't work. Christ.
Man, I can just, like, imagine this giant boss and there's just this Coca-Cola, like, spawns through on their arm as they slap you. Just a full frame.
It changed Armstrong into Captain Coke. So it like just gave him the helmet and everything. And on his shirt, when he rips it off, it's just a giant Coca-Cola symbol. And whenever he activates the nano machines, it's like the fucking red and silver fucking Coca-Cola colors. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. But I was like, this would be cool. And then I learned the parry mechanic was crap, and so I didn't after that.
Yeah, I've never played that game. Is it any good?
It's definitely good enough if you want to display it for yourself. I will say, however, as somebody who plays, I guess, video games as a part-time job now, if I don't like the video game, I'm not gonna play it for
That's
entertainment purposes.
Yeah, you know, it's way harder to entertain in a game that you just aren't enjoying.
Absolutely.
It's similar to like the whole like how everybody's done Skyrim, everybody's played Skyrim. So if you're gonna play Skyrim like on stream, you gotta mod the fuck out of it to like get any interest out of it or to have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And while I'm not like entirely in the idea of like Skyrim's a boring game, I played Skyrim 8 times myself.
Yeah.
So
I know the feeling.
If you're gonna play Skyrim, at that point it's like, okay, what the hell am I gonna do now? Thomas the Tank Engine, that's been over and done with. Randy Savage, blah, nah, that ain't gonna do. Turning myself into Danny Phantom with the Ichigo Vasta Lorde transformation and giving myself an SMG. Now that's Skyrim.
There we go.
Now we're getting somewhere. Let's get me a mod that lets me go on a quest to find some garden gnomes, I guess. I don't fucking know.
What's that, a coyote? No, that's Fox with the sound effects from Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Christ on a bike. It's one of those things where I would always love to see other people's mod suggestions just in a load folder. Recently I've been modding the fuck out of Sifu because I was like, fuck it, I like this game enough. I'm gonna check out all of these mods, and I did. And let's just say I have one planned to go through because I'm finally good enough at the game that I can probably do a no death run, but you know, I gotta really think about that one.
That's too simple of an idea. You gotta go like crazy.
Oh, I've already done a lot. I've swapped out the movesets, I've swapped out the skins, I've turned it into a G.I. Joe game, if you'd believe that. I turned it into Power Rangers first, but now it's a G.I. Joe game. Sadly, there's not a Cobra Commander mod for the main villain, so I can't I can't fight Cobra Commander just yet. I'd have to check. There might be one now. It's been a hot minute since I've checked the mods.
Yeah, that does sound about right. I mean, I've never played Sifu, but it's one of those games where I've scrolled past it so many times. I'm like, hey, this is something I'm gonna play at one point, but I've never ended up playing it yet. I have so many games like that.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
Yeah. It's just about how it be sometimes. I have games that I was like, I'm totally gonna stream this, and then I realized, wait a minute, no, I can't. I can't stream this game. This game's not fucking worth it. And then you're already busy enough where it's like, well, guess I fucking don't have time to play this by myself now. What the hell am I gonna do with it now? Guess it'll sit here until I ran out of ideas, and that's all I got left.
Is that a hat that briefly just appeared on your head?
It might have been. It might have been. I might have clicked a key that tied to a.
I saw it for a split second. I saw it like face in and out like it's a ghost in like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, that's the fucking key right there.
So it's a parallel universe just slowly phasing into ours.
Christ. Never actually heard of Sifu. It's a kung fu Chinese epic game. I beat it and I got the true ending off stream, which my chat doesn't even know about. My chat doesn't even know I played it off stream and got the true ending by myself. I feel bad about that? Only sometimes.
People they're like, man, I can't wait for him to play it and get the true ending. That's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to see his reaction.
Listen, okay, there's sometimes where I will just do things off stream and I'm like, well, that sucks. Anyway, deal with it.
Yeah.
I played Elden Ring off stream and I grinded for like, I think a solid 3 hours, and it was one of the few times I didn't play it in the Discord. I beat like 3 bosses and was like, well, that happened.
So anyways, guys, I'm almost done with Elden Ring. A bit of a change, you know, from you know, having just started last stream.
It wasn't even that. I literally showed up on stream, like, exactly where I left off grinding. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I played this off stream. Deal with it. Anyway, moving on. I pulled one of those because I can, and that's all that matters.
I mean, being upfront, it's the best way to go about it, right?
Absolutely. Why would you not be upfront about it?
Yeah.
Because if you're not gonna be upfront about it, then like
start noticing things. Start getting like, some exposed posts on Twitter.
Kiki doesn't play every little lick of the game on stream. You're damn right I don't. You're damn fucking right I don't do that shit. Why the hell would I do that? That's so fucking irritating to pull off. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always very, very careful with what I stream. I'm like, hey, am I gonna want to play this game off stream? And if the answer is yes, then I'm like, I'll put that to the side for now. Speaking of, have you ever played Divinity Original Sin 2?
That sounds familiar. Hold on, let me look this thing up.
It's one of those games that you would remember if you did. It takes like over 120 hours to go all the way through.
Oh, this thing. I looked at it and then said no.
Really?
Yeah, I looked at it and said no. I know it's really good, but I was like, meh, no.
Oh, it's amazing. Listen, I spent a solid like 3 hours teleporting dead bodies into to like a boss in that game, just so I could use mass corpse explosion to one-shot the boss because I couldn't kill it on my own.
That is.
And the game let me do it because the developers just don't hinder you because they like to just let players do what they want.
That's a sign of a good design right there, honestly. If they just let you do whatever the hell you want, then
yeah. They don't patch out things like that because it's like, hey, it's based on if players want to do it. Not like it's game breaking.
Exactly. Like if they give you a spell that does that, and then you go in and you do the spell, and then people are like, "Yo, that's not cool. Why would you do that? That's like the game let me do it. So this exists for a reason."
Exactly. It's like Human Fall Flat, where the devs they actively encourage you to try and break the game because they find it more fun for people to solve puzzles creatively, rather than just doing the puzzle the way it was intended.
Unlike Bethesda, who made that one thing where an NPC will detect if a pot's on their head to blind their vision, and then now like instantly fire it out into orbit.
They did?
Yeah, they did. After everybody was learning that you could just put like fucking pots on people's heads so you could steal all their shit and nobody would notice. Bethesda's like, well, that ruins immersion. So
you can't do that.
Yeah, when you do it now, if the AI notices that its vision is being hindered by something that's not a wall, then it immediately fucking flings the pot off just like the most violent way possible.
Yeah?
Yeah, I fucking
I'm
remember. I was
gonna
doing
have
it
to
at
look
one
that up
point,
later.
and it like beamed me in the fucking face as I was just like, oh, all right, now I can fucking rob this man blind. Bonk. Oh, okay, cool. Guess I'm not doing that anymore.
You should get a clip of that and just add the bonk effect just as it hits you in the face.
I wish. I fucking wish. God, I don't want to. It sounds really awful, but I don't want to like return to any Bethesda game outside of New Vegas just because the modding community there is like the most active. And what else am I gonna do?
I mean, some of the Bethesda communities are really active. Don't think I'm gonna be touching any Bethesda games until like the new Elder Scrolls comes out.
Then
Like-
that one space game, I don't even remember what the hell it's called.
Space game?
Yeah, it's like Star something, Star Citizen or some
Or
shit.
Star Citizen, yeah, I've heard of that. I see videos of TikTok on it all of the time. And every single comment is, this game is not worth it. It was been left by developers, it's never going to be finished. You know, that's 90% of the comments you see.
Yeah. It is. Is it? I don't even know if it is now, because I'm trying to think about it. I have no idea, like, what it is or where it's coming from, but all I know is it's Skyrim in space, and
Skyrim in space.
Skyrim in space. That's all that matters.
It reminds me of when reviewers would literally just add
Starfield.
Oh,
There we
Starfield.
go.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's not Star Citizen. Okay, then that's
No.
probably not the same thing. But that reminds me of when reviewers would just always add like, it's like Skyrim with blank. Like, it's like Skyrim with guns. Yeah, as a classic, like, Far Cry 3 review.
Fucking, it is nothing like Skyrim with guns. No, fuck that shit. You are not calling that. That's what people are with Stardew Valley. Yeah, Stardew Valley is Harvest Moon, but with sex. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Stardew Valley is Harvest Moon, but with the mod that allows you to see when people are having their private time in their fucking cabins. And the patch notes are like, Steven no longer does the wacky by himself when it rains because it makes him sad. This is real. I'm not even joking.
Really?
It's a real mod.
That sounds just absurd enough to be real, yes.
Yeah, it's a real ass fucking mod about like all the dudes in Stardew just whacking off by themselves, and you can catch them doing it, and then some of them will be like, "Go! What are you doing? Do you want to see?" And
What are you doing, step bro?
basically, it is the equivalent of like, "Step farmer, what are you doing here? You want to watch me finish?" I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
It reminds me of half of the texture packs for Terraria are also just making all the female NPCs just more like they give them just huge tits and just huge asses and way more like pixelated than any other character in the game.
Listen, okay. Some people just want that. That's all they want.
I believe the fighting animation for the nurse with that is actually just syringes flying out between her cleavage. It's hilarious.
Some people, I'm not saying everybody, look, not everybody plays Terraria to be hard.
Well,
only some people are. I'm not one of them because I've never played Terraria in my life, actually.
That's fair. It's had a lot of like comparisons to like Minecraft and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like 2D Minecraft. It's like no, they're very, 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 very different. That's similar to all the other comparisons. It's like, no, it's a completely different game.
Mm-hmm. Listen, okay? Skyrim is... Skyrim and Minecraft are basically the same game.
Thank you for the follow, Michael.
The same game. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael.
Terraria is just 2D Skyrim, let's be honest.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, posture check and hydrate. Okay. I have to sit up. There we go. Man, gotta sit up and shit.
Fucking sitting up. God, imagine not having an ergonomic chair. Imagine.
Listen,
Can't relate.
I'm 6'5", okay? There's nothing ergonomic or natural about my height.
Listen, okay? You just need to have that nice lower back support that does nothing for you when you're above the height of 6 foot. Don't worry, I know, I understand.
Yep. Currently, it's like my back support's on my like upper ass cheeks. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice little butt fondle right there. It's so that way you can feel like that nice little cup of your ass cheek, so that way you can always feel loved and seen.
And on days where I feel extra lonely, I just know that little lower back support's just hugging my ass cheeks.
Exactly. It's just there to be a friend, you know?
Exactly. How you doing? I'm doing good, Michael. How you doing? Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, Michael, how are you doing? Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Always out here fucking asking streamers how they're doing. I can't believe you're out here doing that. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you ask how I'm doing? I'm offended by your question.
I can't believe this. There's people on this fucking website that are like this, and I don't understand that.
Really?
Like, there's people on Twitch, like, especially in the VTuber community, who are like, I don't know, so married to the idea of being some kind of stooge on the internet because it'll bring them, I don't know, a bigger dick or some shit. Excuse me. And they're just like, yeah, it's part of my, oh god, fuck, okay.
It's like, no.
I'm now realizing something, and fucking you know the things on Twitter when people are usually like get fucking told that they're doing a band, they're like, but it's my character.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? You know what that fucking reminds me of? It's the fucking D&D argument.
Yeah.
It's what my character would do. I'm chaotic neutral. I have no alignment.
And yet it's like, Jim, you said a slur live. It's not chaotic neutral, you're just being racist.
Well, my character is racist. That doesn't reflect who I am in the slightest.
I cannot. Like, that's what they do. You see fucking tweets like that nearly every month, and like, okay, this is nothing against anybody who wants to show off themselves in a specific way, but rule of thumb, Wukiki's rule of thumb of who to avoid on Twitter.com sometimes. If you put the words "dommy" anywhere in your profile, because let's be frank, most people who are dominants don't need to say that out loud.
Yeah, they'll usually just give off that vibe to the people they want to have that vibe.
Exactly, and it's like, look, I'm not trying to say that it usually falls under that one, but like, any Dommy demon that I see, I'm like, your days are numbered. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna do something at some point, and someone's gonna be upset. And then whether it's because you did something wrong, or because you conduct yourself in a way that's not appropriate, something will happen, and your name will flood through somebody's gate. And so you gotta be careful about that shit. I'm not sitting here saying you can't be like a dommy mommy or daddy dom or dommy parental unit on Twitter.com. I don't care. I really do not give a shit. But I will say that
Dommy parental unit.
Look, I don't know the they them one for it, and I wish I did so I could be more inclusive about that, because I know that they exist. And I'm not trying to discount them, because I made a tweet at one point where, you know those ones where it's all like,
Calling all male VTubers.
Yep.
Drop your links in PNG so that way I can follow all of you and
pimp over your design.
No, it's not fucking that shit. You want interactions. So I made a fucking funny tweet of like I picked up a megaphone with little emojis and I just yelled. I think the text was literally VTubers male female give PNG tweet Twitter link tweet. And then it's the emoji of putting the fucking the megaphone down and wrote afterwards. Now I wait. And it worked. It worked. So many people showed up showing me their stuff. But I had one comment, and it was a very good comment of like, what about non-binary VTubers? And I was like, I love my non-binary friends and foes, allies alike. But see, the thing is, I shouldn't. When I say that's why I don't like the labels in the VTuber community. I don't like the idea of like male VTuber, female VTuber, like this VTuber, that VTuber. We're just fucking content creators at the end of the day. So like, oh no, I grew up very, very just like people are people. So labels are weird to me just in general. I just don't really care for them.
Hello, Faye.
Hey, Faye. Welcome to the river. I'm not your big brother. You have no choice.
You're gonna get dunked in the river, Faye. I'm gonna dunk your head under the water. It's gonna happen. That way you can finally take a bath, you stinky. Get off League of Legends.
I mean, that's not gonna help if you saw the title of the stream. It's Filthy Fishman talks to the Monkey King.
Damn.
I mean, this lake is plenty filthy. It's not gonna help anyone.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were fucking playing League. I could smell it from here.
The filthy casual.
I could smell your simpage from Mordekaiser from here.
Oh my fucking god. Specifically specifically Pentakill Mordekaiser. I am too, but at least it's TFT, right? I dislike TFT for several reasons. One, I don't like chess. Two, TFT is about creating the meta deck and then winning. That's
pretty much it, yeah.
That's it.
And lower ranks you can fuck around, but high ranks it's like who has the best RNG to create the meta like combo.
Mm-hmm. It's how it be. Like that's why I'm hesitant on playing some things. Like I made it a rule of I will never play League of Legends on my own channel ever, unless it's like for a donathon or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because you play League out in public, people are gonna notice and be like,
Woo, I understand you're streaming right now, and I know that you know a thing or two about League of Legends, but why are you playing Varus with lethal tempo? You should know that Hail of Blades is the best way to play Varus. Did you know that you should have leveled up your E before your Q? It doesn't matter that you can hit shots with your Q. What matters is the slow with your E. I know this because I am a challenger rating ADC who plays Jhin exclusively.
see, I could ban them. I could. But I had that little video of whenever I ban somebody for being a fucking tool, and I don't want to be playing it every 10 minutes when I play League of Legends.
Literally just have like a command in chat so viewers can just play that video. Or like mods can just play that video on screen.
I have a button for it on my stream deck, but it's like, now that it's summer, I have to keep my AC on, and my computer cannot handle my AC being on and my stream deck being powered up.
Yeah, bro, tell me about it. Literally right now, when my PC is on, it's fucking boiling in here.
Christ.
Man.
My lighting options in the booth are terrible. They're so fucking bad. Like, this light above me generates so much fucking heat. Holy hell. It's not even my PC I have to worry about, it's that fucking light bulb, and if I turn it off, then my tracking just goes fucking haywire.
You see, here's the thing, in Norway, houses are built to isolate so well that it holds heat really well because the winters get super cold.
But summer, though.
Yeah, in summer, it has the greenhouse effect.
There's other seasons besides winter.
No, not in the past here. Just recently.
Only recently, thanks climate change. Christ on a bike.
So now I'm essentially just boiling inside every summer. So that's neat.
You're like a crab now, except less tasty.
Well, depends on how I'm prepared.
Oh my fucking lord! how you're prepared?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Even my fiance doesn't want me to continue that one.
the silence. The fucking... How you prepared? What? I'm gonna fucking be like, yes, Scream. Hold on, let me pop my ass over there and fucking, sprinkle some oregano on you and like shove some cooked fucking garlic down your fucking vest. No. What the fuck? How you're preparing my ass? That's no.
Listen, man, I just say words. Sometimes they make sense. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do, and that does make sense. That makes sense. However, that is
it makes sense in a nonsensical way.
No, it's like 2 steps away from fucking from some fucking ahem art that you would post on Twitter. And then you're like, I don't know, you're only River fans or some shit. And they'd be like, oh fuck, Grim's getting served and prepared.
my only fish. My only frogs.
My god. God fucking damn it. I almost made an OnlyFans account and called it my OnlyFriends just to do an experiment and post pictures of my cat and see how many people would pay for that. I thought about it for a hot minute because I was like, I can every once in a while like do an audio drama or some shit and put it on there and be like, God, you're looking so delectable and tasty today. Let me tell you about the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline while I eat this Taco Bell, and then people would fucking buy that.
Just ASMR crunching in like a crunchy taco, just like. So anyways, you hear about the bite of 87?
It all started in 1983.
Fucking hell.
Hey, how many Pokemon do you think I can name off the top of my head?
1. Pachirisu. Done. That's it. That's all I got. I don't know any other Pokemon. That's the only Pokemon that exists, right? That's the only one. The weird
I think
squirrel.
So. I think there's a lot of weird squirrels. I feel like that's a bit vague.
There's like 3. I don't fucking know. I stopped playing after Diamond.
I mean, honestly, I stopped keeping track after Diamond. I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I am too old to keep track.
I'm too fucking old for this shit. There's too many Pokemon. There's not too many Pokemon. I just don't care about the new ones.
I do too. I actually still actively keep track of I'm like, oh, new ones are out. What do they look like?
Which ones matter? Is it not Grookey? I don't give a fuck. Okay, moving on. Grookey's all that matters. Done.
Oh, Sobble looks like an emo teenager. It's second evolution. Cool.
Sobble. There's so many. I have friends who are like, I love when the Pokemon look sad. They're my favorite, and I'm like, I want to drop kick Sobble. They're like, no, you can't drop kick Sobble. He's a baby. I'm like, that's why I want to drop kick him. It'll toughen him up. It won't. It will not toughen up Sobble. I just find it funny.
The weak ones die.
Sobble is my boy. If I got a Sobble, I would give it an Everstone so it would forever be sad. I'm that asshole.
Life doesn't get easier, kid.
Listen here, there's no such thing as getting better, Sobble. You peaked. This is it. There's nobody out there that's going to think that you didn't peak already.
Level 100 Sobble literally cannot evolve again. You're the most powerful you ever will be, and that's not as powerful as you could have been.
Bryce, I remember I left a Zubat at the daycare at one point. And I forgot about it. I forgot about that Zubat for I think 2-3 years.
Oh, I know the feeling.
And so I
Good.
went back to the daycare to start breeding Pokemon, and then it was like, we still have your Zubat. I'm like, I left the Zubat here? Oh, fuck, I left the Zubat here. And so I got the Zubat back, and it was like level 70 something.
It's just growing a full ass beard and his grandchildren.
Like, Zubat, what happened to you? And then I didn't know that to evolve it in a Crobat, it needed to have a high friendship level, so I kept stopping it from evolving into Golbat. So it just was a Zubat for like 5 more levels until I figured it out.
Good lord.
I don't look okay.
That poor Zubat.
That's what I get for being a Zubat that I caught and immediately forgot about.
He paid for the sins of all his brethren. Every single
man.
one.
Christ. Zubat's a fucking piece of shit, man.
That's fair. Honestly, I get it.
How it be?
I recently started playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and there's still like these like creepy things that happen. They actually dive like deep into like creepy lore that some Pokemon have that's unexplained, like how Driftbloom kidnaps children.
Oh yeah.
You just find like a Driftbloom playing with a child behind like a shed on a beach, and he's like, "Please help! He won't let me go."
Oh my lord.
Like, is this? Am I still playing a Nintendo game? What's going on?
Oh my fucking lord. Just remember, Drifloom kidnaps your children. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. That's what he does.
Not as bad as Hypno though, who like literally hypnotizes your children and walks them off into the forest.
We're not gonna fucking deal with the Hypno shit. I've seen some weird shit with Hypno.
Mm-hmm.
Some really weird shit with Hypno.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to think about the Hypno stuff. Oh my god.
There's some fucked up shit in Pokemon.
There absolutely is.
A lot of people don't realize. Yeah, no, speaking of, God, yeah. You said, before we started that your anniversary is coming up for streaming.
Oh yeah, it's funny enough, it's on the same day as my fucking birthday. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, it lined up really weird. I think it was a fucking shift of me not wanting to have like a really shitty birthday, so I started VTubing. It was a pretty shit day, so I was like, you know what? I have my model. I'm ready to go. We're gonna debut today. Done.
That's how you know you're growing up, when you stop being excited for your birthdays.
Ugh, no, last 4, nearly 5 years, every birthday has been something bad has happened on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no matter how much people try, it's like, nope, bad shit's still happening. Oh well.
Yeah, that.
I think for the last 2 or 3, I've basically been alone. So
that's shit.
yeah, it's how it be. It's how it be. So
Yeah,
I'm not really.
I mean, it is, but you know, that doesn't make it any less, you know, shit, so to speak.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It doesn't make it any less shit. I do remember though, my friends and I at one point went to a shooting range. And we shot just a bunch of fucking guns, and then we went out to a bar afterwards. And the problem is, I'm like, I don't really drink, despite what people may think with how much I consume whiskey live. I don't really drink. And so they're like out gallivanting and stuff, and then they went and enjoyed their drinks and shit, and I sat there and ate a hamburger by myself because I was told I should hang out with people instead of being sad and being in my room, and I was like, but I want to be in my room. It's my birthday.
Why can't I be in my room on my birthday?
It's my birthday. Well, fuck.
What the fuck, guys?
Well, fuck. I want to do what I want to do. But no, we're probably gonna, if I can get this fucking AVI converter working with my capture card, I'm gonna plug up the GameCube. I'm gonna beat all of Custom Robo.
Hell yeah.
And you know, I'll maybe do that seafood challenge run or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I have no idea if something's being planned in the background or not. I will never know. Look, if people like maybe like a kudo boar or some shit, I would fucking openly weep probably, but I'm not cool enough for that.
You know, ironically enough, last podcast we had with Arva, he had his birthday the week after the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have your birthday a week after the podcast. Which is a very odd coincidence.
It very much is. Like, it snuck up on me this year. I was like, oh shit, the 16th's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
Yeah. Also, Hannah, mark that down in our calendar, 16th.
So something will happen. More than likely, it'll literally just be me being like, "Hey, we're fucking. If we get to 1.5 by then, I'll be literally 3 times where I thought I would be at the end of 1 year of streaming."
Yeah, didn't you like just hit 1,000 on Twitter?
Yeah, I did, and that's because I'm gonna be frank. When I first met you, I remember I was in my grind set of I was grinding out everything. And then slowly but surely, I learned I can't possibly do that. Nobody can keep doing that. That's not feasible.
It's not feasible.
It's not a good way to like run yourself, because you'll run yourself ragged. And everyone's always like, "But if I take a break, then you don't understand what it's like. You've already made." Bitch, I didn't make shit. I'm in the fun little middle ground where I asked honestly on Twitter. I'm like, I want to know what makes a small VTuber, because I still feel like one. They're like, well, it's actually your view count and not your followers. I'm like, so let me get this straight, because I have a buddy who averages like 29 and 30s. Like on good months, but they are like half my size. So are they a big VTuber then? And they're like, well, no, but what do you mean, but no? There's not like there's not a space for medium-sized VTubers, and I don't like that. I really despise that.
Yeah, because I've seen that too. Because a lot of people get stuck in that space between between medium and like big and small.
Mm-hmm.
There's this room that's super hard to get out of, and if you don't get out of it, you fall right back down. But some people are stuck in that one space for years, and it's really sad to see.
Yeah, and it's no fault of their own.
Oh, absolutely.
At that point, it's like you have to elevate your content, and that's hard to do as a VTuber because the buy-in's really it's really steep.
Oh yeah,
it's real steep if you don't make your own shit.
Oh yeah.
You're looking at investments like that are like months of rent at a normal place that you would live.
Absolutely, it's absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's a new medium that a lot of people don't understand or give enough credit to. Everybody who makes their stuff, like, power to them, but they also get the burnout of, oh no, I have to keep making this thing or else it's not good, or they're not satisfied with it, or one of my favorites that somebody that I used to talk to would always say, since I'm my own artist, if I ever wanted to rebrand, I could just do it on a whim. And the problem with that is I could just keep rebranding over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's not, I heard that and they were saying it like it was a good thing. And I'm like, that's not, that kills longevity. You look, you can rebrand. Absolutely, you should if you want to.
It's important to keep an image sort of stable, because at some point find the thing that you want to stick with and stick with it for a long time. I think that if you do a rebrand, it's important to somehow incorporate that into your current character and keep the traits of your previous thing, or somehow convert to the new thing.
It's either you have to go hard and completely abandon your old idea.
Yep.
Because, you know, there's a myriad of reasons people rebrand. Some people rebrand because, you know, their previous character was linked to something that they just aren't comfortable with anymore. Or with some people, I almost went through a rebrand at one point because I was like, I felt pigeonholed into kind of a niche of content of I have to always be hyper, I have to always do this, I have to always do that. In actuality, I don't. I really don't. I
remember you had your like mental health stream at one point that you were talking.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I don't usually talk about fucking like algorithm, fucking Twitch flow, any of that shit. But to be frank, I've broken even on every upgrade that I've made.
Yeah.
I have been luckily enough to be given a community that enjoys my content enough to constantly give me a payout that has repaid towards the channel and be done here.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, okay, that'll allow me to do that. However, the next step that I'm looking at is already in 4 figures, and
Ooh.
I don't have that.
No, that's a scary move. Props to you.
It absolutely is. It is a big move that is going on in the background, and it is slowly but surely coming to terms. I am excited to do it. However, I'm gonna have to buckle down and do like the biggest donathon I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and be like, well, fuck, here we go. All right. Hi, guys. I need this much money, and this is what it will pay for. And because once phase 1 is done, I'm just going to release what it is and then like give out the pricing sheet, because people need to know like how much it actually goes into it and how expensive it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important to all be thorough, but at the same thorough and share with your followers, at the same time be honest with them, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and it's one of those things where if I can preach anything, it's like you need to have a foothold in the community outside of just being a funny person or hot or anything like that. Like my whole thing is let's be honest here, okay? Yes, physically somewhat appealing.
Yeah.
Do I have a fun voice? Fuck yeah, that's cool and all. A lot of people don't stay for that though. They stay for the fact that I fucking, 1, say random shit. 2, I'm very just clear cut and straight to the point a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it's entertaining on that part, and it's also refreshing, especially in a community where we have every other month somebody does a bad.
Oh yeah.
Somebody does a bad every other month, and it's
Yeah, no, I've like we talk about this quite often, and Hannah or Mithiara in chat will actually back me up on this. That we talk often about the 3 different types of content creators there are. There's 3 different types of content creators that one can be, but there's and you fit into one of these 3 personality categories. And to be a content creator, you have to figure out which one of these 3 personalities you are. If you're a content-based person, as in if you're better to create videos or highlights out of recorded gameplay to make it into something entertaining. Or if you're a live streaming personality, where you can be entertaining live and keep insightful commentary and be funny and provide fun insight. Or if you're a mix of the 2 and you have to put everything into sort of both things at once. Because those are the 3 there are. And some people are never going to be live streaming personalities, but they can be content creating personalities. And some people will never be content creating personalities or streaming personalities, but they can make both of them decent by mixing them together. And I think that you fit very well into the streaming personality. But like what's also mentioned is that unless you're an absolutely like perfect specimen, you are always going to need outside help from other sources as well. Like we say, say TikTok or just some random clips on YouTube you throw out, or some random like medium, so to speak. But people often disregard that and try to only stream to gain an audience, and sometimes it takes a little more than that.
Oh hell yeah! Somebody who like has just thrown his ass at Twitch for the majority of a year and only now has been branching out into other shit. Holy fuck! You want to grow on Twitch? Here's the secret. You ready? Here's how you grow on Twitch if you don't want to do any other work anywhere else. You stream every day 6 to 7 hours, and then you fucking bear with the pain. I did that, and I threw my voice out 5 separate times. Do not recommend it ever. Did it work? Fuck yeah, I grew 400 fucking followers. Yeah, easy peasy. I hated it though.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
If you want your life to be pain, then yeah. That's how you do it, but at the same time, sometimes that ain't the way to go about it.
And now, especially when you get to the medium or higher groups, and you're looking at things like partner or like stuff like that. Mathematically, fun fact: I've done a lot of statistics in my life, a lot. So it's never been an issue of my numbers made me upset, not because, my numbers are low. No, because when I look at a graph, I instantly will map it out and I will math out every little bit of it. And so
Yeah.
I'm instantly like, oh, that's a downward tick. And like, I don't have any correlation to that and yada, yada, yada. So I don't look at it anymore. But just recently, I took a peek after like 2 months of not looking.
Yeah?
And, God, it's been a big uphill thing. But the weirdest thing about it is like, this was around the time when I only streamed like 2 or 3 times in a week. Not when I would stream 4 or 5 times like I would want to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see an uptick. And the worst part about that is Twitch kind of punishes you for not streaming a whole bunch. Because to get partner, I think it's 12 days. Pretty sure it's 12 random days. I have to look at this really quick.
Yeah, I believe it's 12 random days.
It's like 12 or some shit. And it's like, okay, you can do that, but the reason they make you do that is, and this is really fucked up, and maybe I'm wrong, and Twitch can come in and maybe say it to me that I'm fucking stupid and wrong, but hey, that's so that way they can keep you out of the partner program, because statistically that will drop your numbers.
Yeah.
The more you are on, the more your numbers drop.
I thought the same thing, actually. I still do think the same thing, but something weird happened when Arva went for his partner push, actually. Because he was at about, like, 70 viewers or so, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the partner push. And he streamed every day for a week, and instead of going down, like, during the partner push for 12 days, he ended up going up to about 150 average viewers.
It's so weird.
And it was so weird, because usually the opposite happens.
I know people who are still doing partner pushes, and like it's just not happening. And I don't frankly ever want to do a partner push. I don't ever want to do that.
Fair enough. That's a burnout.
Fuck that shit.
That's recipe for burnout.
Time. Yeah, I don't have fucking time to do a partner push like that shit. I do too much stuff. But like, I know for sure, knowing Arva is such a fucking anomaly in the community.
He really is, isn't he? He doesn't use any outside stuff either. He literally only streams, and it's every now and then on Twitter, but he grows so well. I don't get it.
It's one of those things where, like, you can always pick and choose which people to look at.
Yeah.
And then be like, this is the somebody that I want to emulate, and that's good. It's good to have people that you want to try to capture the magic of, but it's not good to compare yourself to them, because your circumstances are way different.
Yeah. I always see, you can try to compare the vibes that you give off to them, but never try to compare your personality to them.
Yeah, exactly. And their gains are not going to be the same as your gains due to the fact that your stuff is just going to be inherently different. Fuck, I played Rayman like last night. I played goddamn Rayman Origins. And I'm like, there's not a streamer that I know who can play Rayman Origins and still like get what I was getting out of it. There's nobody, because it's fucking Rayman. It's like, who's gonna be like, oh fuck, Rayman Origins gameplay? Oh boy, no, not at all.
Man, finally a streamer's playing Rayman Origins. I've been waiting so long for this.
I've been waiting 7 years for this to happen. Christ. So it's just not. It's not a thing. Goodbye, people. Goodbye.
Bye, Pip.
Oh man, finally. Oh boy, 3 a.m. That's another thing. Like I've been experimenting a little bit because I have this fucking a lot more time now to myself. So I'm like, maybe I should start streaming a little bit earlier. And then I noticed something. I actually took a hit because of it.
Oh.
I was like, that's weird. And then I realized, it's because for a majority of a year I've been streaming later at night.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that's where my audience is.
You're just like, what the fuck? What? The fuck is this?
So like, that's fine. It's good to know where your people are. This
testing is all well and good, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. People like a schedule. Yeah, my schedule's fucking terrible though. My schedule's terrible for anybody like in Canada or the UK or Europe.
Wait,
in certain parts of Europe.
at least I presume you live somewhere on the on like NA or Canada. Canada.
Yeah, I'm on PST time zone,
Yeah,
and so it's
because I am in CEST time zone, which is Central European Standard Time. So right now it's again 3 a.m. here. Yeah, and so for I have to go essentially be on American time to be able to stream effectively. So my streams usually start at 2 a.m. for me.
Mm-hmm. I think PST is one of the most unfortunate. It is.
Yep.
It is. It's horrible. Like okay. I hate to say this, but like the VTubers with the most advantage live on the East Coast. Because they're 3 hours ahead of PST. It's when they start streaming, like, it's 5 at my time. It's evening for them. When I start streaming, it's like 12 or 2 in the morning for them. And wait, hold on, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's like 11 to 12. And it's so interesting because I always find it's something that we like to call the late night crew effect. When you're on later than most other streamers, there's not a lot of other places for people to go. But at the same time, people don't just come to you because it's like, oh, you're the only one on. I guess I'll hang out here. No, it's like, oh boy, it's the fucking SpongeBob meme. Oh boy, 3 a.m. And then you get on.
Yep, pretty much.
It's so fucking stupid. I'm playing Shenmue 2, and people are like, I'm gonna fall asleep to Wu yelling about not being able to find the Mad Angels. I'm like, okay. Why? But cool, thanks.
Yeah, no, I remember multiple times I popped into your stream before like heading to bed just to like say hi and then leave because it's been like 7 a.m. for me and I'm like, ugh.
I can't. Yeah, God, I try that and then I realize the funniest thing to me is I always check the like where my chatters are from. And a vast majority of my audience is, of course, like the United States is like top up there because you know it's what it is. But but afterwards, my second biggest source, I believe, is from fucking Poland. Yeah, it is. Okay. So here we go. Here's my breakdown. I just pulled it up because I think it's funny as fuck. So it's the United States. Recently, Canada's jumped up there. Brazil, Australia, the United Kingdom, and then Poland. And then fucking Malaysia is the other one. I'm like, oh, okay, that's so weird.
It's like you go into your statistics and you're like, I bet I probably can't predict this, but I'm gonna try anyway, and then you're just so off. Not even the right continent.
It's just so strange, dude. It is absolutely one of the most strangest things ever. The other interesting thing about it is like there's so many tools that I've been trying to help newer streamers recently understand the tools that Twitch gives you because Twitch doesn't tell you about these fucking tools. They don't fucking care.
Oh yeah.
I hate saying that out loud, but like you know they kind of do.
That's true. There's not much of a platform for smaller streamers.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like, okay, here's where how I plan this out. The people who watch me from the United Kingdom and Canada, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. but they're up and they're watching my streams and going to sleep to them. So there's that. I stream late enough at night that a good chunk of Europe is just waking up, and then I'm like the first thing that they put on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, interesting. All right, that's fine. I don't understand why you're putting me on at fucking it's part of your. I know part of Canada is part of my time zone. Part of Canada is, but like the Canadians that I've talked to in my channel are like EST and Mountain Standard, and I'm like, that's okay. It's like 7 in the morning. What are you doing? What are you doing? So it's always interesting. I think for a while I had a big audience from Japan. I don't know where they came from.
It probably has a lot to do with the Sun Wukong.
Maybe. Fuck. Oh god. Okay. I've recently been like having to battle with this thing. I had somebody call me was it mythologically inaccurate Sun Wukong. And then there's of course, look, there's only so many monkey VTubers. We're all gonna we're all gonna have some overlap.
There's gotta be some clashing.
Yeah, and so somebody was shown in the same stream as me, and it was like, hey, look, it's mythologically accurate Wukiki. And you know what that means? That means I don't know shit about Journey to the West. You know, the book I've read 8 times.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
Clearly, I don't know anything.
No.
I don't know nothing, dude. What are you talking about?
Honestly, I can understand that, because I literally worked so hard to get like sort of an image that nobody else had, or find a specific creature, mythological creature that nobody else had, which was a waterfall grim. And then I slightly modified it and added to that, because that's an old like urban legend in the part of Norway I live in, and then I modified it to fit a little bit. And then it was like, there we go, that's the one. And then I showed 2 pictures to the artist, and I was like, hey, make this anime-fied.
Anime-fied?
Yeah, and they were like, okay, and they came back with this himbo-looking ass, and I'm like, hey, you know what, I dig it. I'll rock it.
I dig it. Perfect. How many times have you been called a goblin, though?
Oh, actually, none yet.
None yet?
Nope.
That's lucky. That's fucking lucky.
Yeah, I'm just
incredibly lucky.
Honestly, I'm just a hairless hobgoblin.
Oh Christ! It's like, it's something that's never going to leave the VTuber community, which is like comparison, because you know that's how people live their lives. But also at the same time, please, for the love of God, stop calling me Sun Wukong. It's why I changed my name on Twitter, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I changed my name on Twitter to Sun Wukiki with the O-N spelling, so people knew that my name is not S-U-N Wukiki, so they can't just keep fucking be like, it's Sun Wukong, it's the Sun Wukong VTuber, look, it's the Sun Wukong VTuber. Because listen, okay, I'm not bashing on any Sun Wukong VTubers out there, but hey, that circlet that you're wearing, that's the equivalent of a baby leash. Why do you think I don't have one of those? That is literally the equivalent of a goddamn baby leash. Why would I wear that? Why? Why? I know too much about that shit. I'm not doing that.
It's always fun. Oh, again, not just like you said, not bashing on anybody, but it's always fun to see people who just found a mythological thing and then just went with it, despite doing no research into said like mythological thing, and
yeah, exactly.
And then you know about it, and you're like, that doesn't seem like it should be there. Seems like you just liked how that looked or how that sounds, and therefore went with it.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong at all with that. Like, fucking go off. But just know that there's cultural significance behind a lot of stuff, and then if you bring that into your fucking design, then you should be expected to like be like, what is that thing?
Yep.
Like, goddamn. It's why like fuck, hold on. I was gonna say a thing, I forgot already. Oh yeah, there you go. It's why my color palette's the way it is. It's like fucking, I tick earthy tones for a goddamn reason.
Exactly.
There's no, like fucking, if I picked more vibrant stuff, it would be more regal. I look like a dirty fucking hobo most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, same here. I chose the color palette because it fits very well with like a lake theme, which the character or mythological creature does. Literally, it's the whole like story about it is that it used to like place like a fiddle by waterfalls. And if like all sounds of nature is essentially the waterfall grim.
Yeah, it's so, this community is a treasure trove of both some of the most interesting people.
I want a Pokemon game, but with VTubers.
A Pokemon game, but with VTubers. God. I mean, there's that card game. There's that card game that I think Wesson is doing.
Yeah, Virtual Grid, yeah.
Yeah. My goodness, it's an interesting concept, and like I think ever since that one that one issue with that person trying to do what was it, like a Genshin style VTuber game,
Yeah.
and then the whole controversy behind that. I think a lot of people are very weary of
Yeah.
VTuber likenesses being put in games.
Yep. Yeah. No, I gave him my okay to use my likeness in that game, so I actually have 2 cards in that game. So.
Cool. Nautical. A fucking god. There's apparently a VTuber shonen fighting game
Really?
that my ass wasn't invited to for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't even fucking invite me to it. I learned about it and they didn't invite me to fucking participate in this shit.
That sounds like such a fun concept.
It is a fun concept. I'm like, why didn't you invite me? I'm literally a shonen protagonist. Why didn't you invite me?
Listen, I got some things actually for a potential rebrand that I might do in the future. I'm not sure yet. And I need one other VTuber for that. And I I was thinking of asking you for that, but I'll do that off stream to not spoil anything.
Yeah.
It's a big cool thing. It has to do with fighting.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
My fucking goodness. My goodness. This. I'm just gonna keep going off about the fucking VTuber community if I keep fucking. If I keep fucking being unchecked here. I'm just gonna keep going out off about like just shit that I've seen, cause like I know that a few people have seen the fucking the tweets that I've made where I just read Twitter posts that I find as dramatically as possible.
Honestly, I am scared of scrolling through my Twitter timeline in public.
Oh my god. What, you follow some 18 and up accounts that you don't want people to look over your shoulder and see?
Way too many. I follow like almost 2,000 people.
Oh my fucking god.
It's Russian roulette to go through my timeline in public.
I'm just really fucking terrible at following people on Twitter. I'm like really notoriously bad for it. I've made a post about it several times about just being really, really bad at Twitter. All I do is I post a random thing and then I get off.
During my grind, when I was on the grind, I was so much on Twitter, and I got like 500 followers in like 3 months, and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruh, I'm so done. I'll just stream now. And
yeah, it's just like
I've been stuck within 750 and 770. I haven't like got anywhere past that. It keeps going down and up and down and up and down and up, like in that one state ever since.
My lord, it is a fucking fight every day that you get on here.
It really is.
Because like after you follow more and more VTubers, you get a better idea of where the spread is every day, and then you realize how wide the divide is. Between a lot of people.
Absolutely.
We like constantly have this rhetoric on Twitter where it's like everybody's the same, everybody's good, but like we don't have any way to. There's nobody except for a few people who are openly trying to tell you how to diversify what you do.
Yeah.
Without being like, oh, what you're doing is fine, just keep at it, because sometimes it's not.
Nope. I always hate the advice that if you just keep on doing this, then it'll work out. It's like, no, actually, if it's not working, you should change something up.
Like something. I'm not saying you're doing a bad thing, and I know that's what they're trying to say too. Like you're not doing terrible.
Yeah.
And like that's all good to say and everything, but like you also have to be, if somebody comes to you for advice, you have to be constructive, you know, not like you're doing so great, just keep slamming your head at the wall like this is fucking Dark Souls, and then move on. Yeah. Eventually it'll happen. Yeah, eventually can be like 7 years from now, dude.
Yeah.
There's people who have been creating content for 10 years and they didn't hit their break until year 9.
And I say this often as well, but literally, like, I hate when people ask me for advice on how they can get bigger. I give them advice, and then they just don't listen. It's like they just want the advice so that they can hear it and then not act on it, and it's like, bruh, why did I just give you advice? You're not gonna listen.
Oh goodness, I have somebody that I taught like all of like my analytics knowledge to.
Yeah.
And their response was, and I quote, "I guess I just can't do this then because I'm not good enough." I'm like, no, I just told you how to read your analytics and how to address issues. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, here's the thing. I think that anybody can do content creation in some shape, way, or form. But you just have to find your way of creating content. And a lot of people will just do it for a short amount of time and then be like, nah, that's too much work, and then sort of shift away from it.
Yeah.
It's too much, work towards the instant reward. Like,
exactly.
That takes too long for them to see a result for them to be satisfied with it. Like, I believe me and Playall literally had we literally had a 3-hour stream only talking about how to grow on Twitch and how we've seen people quit because they haven't seen enough growth and they've given up, and it's like, you have a fun stream, you're fun to watch, but if you just adjusted this little thing, maybe spend like an hour more like per day doing this one extra thing, you would make it. And it's really sad to see.
It is. We lose a lot of people like every 5 or 4 months,
Yeah, there's just a huge decline, essentially.
There is. And I think maybe the community is getting to a point where it's, I don't want to say like it's starting to thin out.
Yeah.
But
only the real OGs are left.
Only the real OGs are left. I actually recently had a friend rebrand, and it was rebrand / graduate, and I was like, that's interesting, because of the situation surrounding it, which is a whole can of worms I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I see, so anybody can drop like a fly.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. And it's one of those like, oh shit, what am I fucking gonna do at this point? Because that could be me next at some point. Like I could just, not lose the passion, but try to get away from something that I don't need to rebrand.
There's been quite a few people that have just sort of dropped off lately, and it's so sad. Whether it's for personal reasons or for just, like, streaming reasons.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, if you have, like, a deeply personal reason why you are, why you're going, like, that, I'm not even talking about that. Like, there is nobody who rebrands for safety or anything like that, or where it's like, I can't be this person online anymore because of I am actually unsafe and all of that stuff. No, that's completely valid. Like I'm not talking about that.
Absolutely. Like literally, like if you are in any danger or don't feel safe, then fucking rebrand. Feel safe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the rebrand that I'm really talking about is like you hit a spot of trouble, and then you disappear for a little bit. You start working on your rebrand, and then you close out your original account. Like that's, to me, I'll be frank, that's not cool.
No.
It's very not cool. It's very not cool at all, especially if you're already telling like select people that, oh, I'm already making things over here, but nobody knows yet. Keep it hush hush. And it's like, sure, maybe that's what you want to do, and that's not my place to, judge you for that. But also at the same time, I'm going to judge you for that because I have the right to do so.
Exactly. I mean,
like,
right to free speech, so to speak. Right to an opinion.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna sit here and like wish ill will upon you. I'm just gonna sit here and be like, yo, that's
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't really care for that, and maybe it's a good thing we don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm up here on a high horse looking down or some shit, as some people would like to say it. But we gotta remember that hey, just because I'm a little bit higher now doesn't mean I wasn't once in the trenches with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
Scraping fucking by every day.
yeah, I mean, I used to be so like intimidated by certain people on Twitter, like when you're a new fish in the pond, seeing everybody, it's like, oh, who am I gonna interact with? And then like at some point you're just used to it, and you're just suddenly flinging out invites to people to like come to your random ass podcast, and somehow they say yes, and it's like, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they don't.
I've actually not had a no yet.
You haven't had a no yet? Damn.
No.
That's fucking fantastic.
Out of the 3 people I've asked, I've not had a no yet.
Out of the 3 people, 3 out of 3, pretty good.
Yeah, I have a pretty good track record, so it's 100%.
Oh my fucking lord.
Yeah.
It is. Oh boy. It's a very interesting community that is propped up by this weird wave of positivity.
Oh yeah.
But also at the same time, sometimes that positivity is no.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
I do have a very like strange sort of. Some people agree with this line of thing, and some people don't. Where I believe that if there's 2 different types of streaming, if you go to stream as a business and sort of as a job, then it's important to view other streamers that you collab with as sort of co-workers or colleagues as opposed to friends. Although you can view them as both. But if you do it for fun, then you shouldn't expect as much growth as you would otherwise.
Exactly. You have to kind of balance the 2 together. There's no... You can't do everything all for fun, because then it is a hobby, and you have to get lucky now to proceed growth. And you can't do it all as a business, because now your content will feel hollow like a business is.
Yeah. Like a lot of people grow a lot on other content creators, and I believe that's a way to grow very fast, but it's very full of risks. If you depend on other content creators and you climb a ladder of content, of like, say you start with somebody, like collabing with somebody with 10 viewers, 20 viewers, 30, and then 40, and then 50, and then climb your way up. That works, but it's risky. That is very unstable ground to stand on.
Absolutely.
And I know some people did that. I know Ludwig. You know, Ludwig had that during the Among Us phase, where he would just collab with very big people, and after that he sort of just piggybacked off of that and kept going. And now 90% of his videos are just big clickbait videos. And it's like, hey, good for him, he made it. But at the same time, now his content feels sort of hollow. As just sort of keeping up this facade, because he's sort of at the top now, so now he can't piggyback off of anybody else, and it seems sort of like your average YouTube content.
You have to find your identity as you go.
Exactly. So building your identity off of somebody else is not an identity.
You gotta find out who you are and then move from there.
Exactly.
And then, you don't use other people. You interact with them. You don't nobody's a fucking like a pothole or a footstool for you, even if they are like bigger, and you do see the business aspect of if I collab with this person, then holy shit, oh my god, it'd be so great. I'd get like a boost out of it. Cool, that's fine to say and see, but it's bad when that's all you say and see.
Exactly. Like a good example for me would be the fact that I'm a very close friend with Arva, and so is Hannah. We're very close friends. I can hit him up at any time and like talk to him and chat to him, and we'll talk about our personal lives and whatnot. But I don't use him as a tool to gain views. I might have him on my I had him on my podcast last time to have him speak to others about his growth on being a partner and how that sort of exhausted him in his personal life, because he is very open about his mental health. And it was Mental Health Awareness Month last month. But that was about it. It's not like I'm going to be like, okay, now I'm going to try and really, really rock it off with this. And I'm going to stream every day after this so people will always be able to see my content. It's like, no, I literally haven't streamed since that day.
is like, I remember I had the big thing in February where I saw like a big amount of growth from it, but I was so tired that I couldn't ride the wave long enough to deal with it. And with this next thing that's going on, I think with the better mindset I'll be able to do that. It really sucks that sometimes that's what you gotta do if you want to, like, you know, push yourself to get to the next level. You do kind of have to ride whatever wave you catch.
That is true.
But sometimes you just don't have the energy to do so.
Sometimes you gotta wait for the next wave, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just you gotta
and that's the shabby thing, is that sometimes there will be a next wave, and sometimes there won't.
Mm-hmm.
So if one person chooses to if some people choose to skip said wave, then the next one might come way further along. But I'm not going to be the one to use my friends as tools to make a wave, so to speak.
Yeah.
If I want that wave, I want it to be self-made. I want it to feel like I created that wave.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most people should aim for that. And if one creates content on multiple platforms, like, say, just to throw your fucking stream clips out on TikTok or your YouTube, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a wave off of that, ride that. There you go.
There you go. It's like very good.
Oh,
to
and to any future streamers who might be watching, don't pigeonhole yourself on one type of content.
Oh fucking hell! Don't stream Minecraft.
Don't pigeonhole yourself. Good lord, I've had so many people that pigeonhole themselves on one aspect. Like, I have a friend who is who used to do voice acting for a while, and he did ASMR videos on YouTube, and then he rode that wave onto Twitch. And then he never did ASMR videos again, and then he instantly plummeted down in views, and it's like, okay, well, he pigeonholed himself as an ASMR YouTube content creator, and then he stopped, and he lost his audience. Because he pigeonholed himself. And another one who pigeonholed himself as a Sea of Thieves content creator, and then went from, like, solid, like, rising in views every single week to suddenly dropping when the interest for Sea of Thieves dropped as well. And it's really sad to see.
God. It's why I avoid big titles for a long time. I think the biggest ones that I've hit were Elden Ring. When it came out, I avoided it for a little bit, and then I popped in and I worked with it. However, I didn't play it like super duper often. It didn't like get me like everybody else did. I just was not super into it, but I did reap the benefits of it. But luckily I already showed that I do whatever the hell I want. So I didn't have to worry about becoming the Elden Ring challenge run playthrough man.
Oh yes. I mean, I believe for a while you struggled a little bit as well, because I believe every time they saw you, I feel like a lot of people did, at least. I don't know if you felt that way, but it feels like a lot of people identified you as Toad Kiki rather than just Woo Kiki.
Oh god, fucking hell, yeah. Toad Kiki was a long. Once they learned I could do the Toad voice, everybody was like, "Do the Toad voice, do the Toad voice."
Say the line, Bart.
Basically, yeah. God, so many fucking people were just absolutely clamoring for the goddamn fucking Toad voice, no matter what it was.
And that was probably one of those times where you felt like, I have to get out of this.
Yeah, that's why I turned the redeem off, and it's still off.
Yeah, like it's eventually turns into too much, and you just get pigeonholed as the guy who can make a Toad Kiki voice. And it's and that's not what you want to be, so you gotta, distance yourself from it. Which is the correct play to do.
Yeah, and so it's like we just fucking move from that and don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So fucking stay off of the goddamn Toad voice until it's fucking asked for.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always fluctuating between types of content. Like, sometimes I'll have playing games alone, and sometimes I'll have, collabs and that. Now I have my podcast that I like doing, because I really enjoy doing podcasts. Talking for a long period of time is what I'm good at. Just ranting and rambling and getting other people to rant and ramble. That's like one of my few talents, is just getting people like, not worked up, but speaking. That's something that I'm able to do, and therefore I sort of just like do that. I put that into content-based form. Can confirm, yeah.
Can confirm. Christ. It's one of those things like, Christ.
Yeah.
If you go anywhere in content creation, you gotta be mindful of where you go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might end up somewhere that you don't want to be.
Who is it, like, yeah, Jerma 985, not sure if you heard of him.
I know about Jerma.
Yeah. He used to be a TF2 YouTuber, like, for a long time. And that's where he got the first, like big wave of his fame from, and then he just carried that wave over to his own Twitch channel eventually, and now he only streams on Twitch, essentially. And people still are like, play TF2 or I'm gonna unsub.
God.
And he's like, go for it. Unsub.
Go for it. Oh my fucking lord.
And he's put out some of the most amazing content I've seen, because he decided to diversify himself and not pigeonhole himself anymore, because he knew he was getting pigeonholed. Like, he had the Dollhouse stream, which was very big. Did you see that?
I did not see that, no.
It was essentially like a live Twitch Play Sims sort of thing, where he sort of... he had this, like, house set up. You saw it from the side, and every now and then you'd get options on the side of what you wanted him to do. It was like a whole crew and everything. Yeah, he was the sim you controlled. And you would see his needs at the bottom, like, you need to use the bathroom, or you need to eat and everything, and there would be random encounters from, like, other like, big content creators that would just come in and talk to him randomly. And it was really creative. Like, they would even be able to dress him before the each day started, which there was 3 days. And the Twitch chat personal favorite was him wearing a wife beater, shorts with red hearts on, and Mickey Mouse gloves. I believe that was the one they usually went with. And
Mickey Mouse shorts.
Yeah, and at some point he banged death. That was also something he did at some point, because Twitch chat made them do it. And it was a lot of fun to watch, because he decided to, do what he wanted to do, rather than listen to whatever viewers tried to demand for him to do. I believe a lot of people actually described it as, he seems like he just spins this random wheel of all games available in the world, and just chooses whatever it lands on, rather than choosing whatever's popular at the time.
That is fair. Like, it is very, very hard to not only remain relevant, but also, like, grow very consistently.
Yeah, you have to be very original for that.
And that's hard to do, because every idea has been done. No matter what you do, it's been done. I'm sorry.
In some shape or form, it's been done. The only way you can hope to, do better in it is to either literally do it better, or to just have some insane twist on it. Or to hope that the other one has stopped doing it.
That is also true. You can also, to be honest, you can pigeonhole yourself and still get out of it. It's just you're gonna be fighting an uphill battle. Forever at that point.
Oh yeah.
You will never not be fighting uphill unless you do it for several.
Look at Minecraft YouTubers.
Fucking hell, Minecraft YouTubers are a goddamn different breed, dude. I don't ever want to be a Minecraft YouTuber.
Fucking Captain Sparkles.
Oh god.
I almost feel bad for that guy if I hadn't seen that he had like 5 Lambos at this point. I'd be like, wow, you know what? I'd do it. I'd do it for 5 Lambos.
I'd play Minecraft for a few years just so that way I could have the money for that.
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd play Minecraft every day for that.
Fuck, Minecraft. I don't care for Minecraft, but I would. I'd
Yeah.
do it. It's worth it. That's definitely fucking worth it, I
Well,
guess.
give me one Lambo and I'll play for a couple of years. I'm fine with that.
A one Lambo. You know what? You give me the economical equivalent of a Lamborghini. I'll gladly play Minecraft for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll even make like little videos for you about it and be like, hey guys, Kiki here. Today we're gonna be playing some Minecraft. Let's go. And fucking doing that bullshit.
Have that like insane, just overhyped like YouTuber personality.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Today no, stop.
Fucking hell.
You don't talk like that. Stop.
No.
And
Hey, we're gonna play some fucking Minecraft. Woo!
Yeah, don't forget the insane like dubstep intro that they have too.
Fucking, it's the crab rave, but
Yeah.
instead it's like done in a goddamn it's done like on the flute or some shit.
Yeah.
Flute. Ugh. Hell no,
Literally,
fuck that shit.
The only type of like Minecraft content I would ever consume in that case would be like a parody channel where they parody only like Minecraft intros, or parody old like intros to YouTube videos that people would do. I would just make them as like heavily parodied or similar, but like way like turned up to an insane degree. Like that would be hilarious to watch. That would
Seems like it would be fucking funny as fuck.
But I don't have the creativity for that, so I'll obviously leave that one to someone
I don't
else.
have the creativity to do that. Oh my fucking god. Holy fuck.
Do you have any games coming out soon that you're looking forward to?
You know, the only one that I'm really looking forward to is Black Myth Wukong, but that comes out next year.
Oh yeah, I've seen that game around. I've seen so many
literally-
clips.
I've seen one trailer and said, you know what, I'm not going to spoil myself anymore.
Yeah,
So that's really the only like new
finally.
game that I'm looking at.
Finally, I meet someone else who decides not to look at trailers to avoid spoiling things.
Exactly.
Oh.
So I have no desire to do that. What I'm looking into though is I'm going a lot backwards, and that seems to be, I don't know why, but people are really into just me playing older video games.
Yeah?
So I'm trying to get my hands on God Hand because I don't know. A lot of people know about God Hand. I missed God Hand.
God, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it is a weird as fuck game. It has the same vibes as No More Heroes.
2006.
Yeah, I missed God Hand. I think it was like on the PlayStation 2 or some shit. It underperformed and like nobody ever.
Yeah, PlayStation
remembers
2,
God Hand.
PlayStation 3, yeah.
So I gotta fucking find it. So I gotta find either a hard copy of that game or I have to find an emulator. I'll probably have to emulate it at some point.
Most likely, I really want to play Sly again. That's...
Oh god, Sly Cooper it's a fucking trip and a half.
Man, just the Sly games in general, they're fantastic. Nothing has lived up to that. Says my inner child that played that game.
It's my inner child.
Yeah, I haven't played it since I was like 7, so...
I recently replayed those on I replayed those I think a few months ago, and it's they hold up. They hold up. They definitely do. And there's a few people on my channel who like never ever fucking played Sly Cooper at
Good
all.
lord. I don't think... Hannah, have you played it? Let's see if she's played it. She's usually very behind on games.
It's so odd. It's the same thing where like my chat reminded me that some of them have never seen all of the Toy Stories. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you haven't seen all of Toy Story?
I haven't seen all of Toy Story.
It's like the fuck.
Listen, my cousin has never watched any of the Star Wars movies ever. Never watched any Star Wars ever. None of the shows, none of the movies. Not even played the games.
Ah.
He knows nothing about it.
I mean, that's fair. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I personally don't care much for Star Wars. Don't really care for it. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm partial to it. I'm not, like, super hyped about it, but I'm like, hey, this is a fun, like, little universe to just have up on the side, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, I know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm your average consumer.
I'm your average consumer.
I'm your average consumer.
I just consume, you know. That's
Yeah.
about it.
I'm your average Star Wars consumer. I eat at least one Star Wars Episode 1 disc per day.
I refuse to watch them purely based on the reactions of people when he tells them he's never seen it. Okay. There's just like this big fucking issue that people have where they're like, oh fuck, the new trilogy is awful, and like, you know, there are people who hate it because they're not good people, and
Yeah.
then there's me who I'm like, so wait, she's spoilers for the new trilogy, but at the same time, if you haven't seen the new Star Wars movies, like,
Yeah,
I guess you're not
I've
gonna
seen
see
them
them
at
then.
least.
Like, it's like she's related to Palpatine,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of, you tell me that old man got laid?
It's not even just like he got laid. I'm like, but huh?
It's a bit of a stretch.
And he planned to have her be trained by Luke Skywalker. So he planned for that to happen. Like the first
Yeah.
movie, I was like, okay, you already fucked up Finn, so now I don't care.
I was really hoping that Finn was going to be like a secret Jedi, because I knew there was going to be a
That would've been
Jedi,
cool.
and I was like, it would have been so cool if like a disgraced like clone trooper that had like abandoned them would have been the Jedi. That would have been so cool.
I think it would have been rad if like they played up Rey to be like, oh, it's the second coming of Skywalker and all this other shit, and suddenly like, you know, they're about to get into a fight with Kylo in the woods, and then like Finn just like forces the lightsaber into his hands, like, oh, I don't know how the fuck I did that.
Yeah,
Alright. That would have been cool. That would have been rad.
that's how they should have done it. But no,
I
but
was in charge of Star Wars.
if I was in charge, it would have been way cooler.
My lord.
Yeah, no, I hate certain like retconning, like for yeah, like Leia having the Force. That's like, bruh, that doesn't make sense.
What? What do you? Why?
Why
What
would
do you?
when?
Mm-hmm.
Why was this never mentioned before?
What do you mean? There's a goddamn Leia with the Force. What do you mean Leia has the Force? Why does Leia have the Force? Why?
Why was this never
Who gave her the
mentioned?
Force? Fucking hell! It's like Star Wars has always been full of people who just don't really know what they want. Due to the fact that do you know the whole thing where there was a controversy about Darth Vader when he dies and becomes a Force ghost, that he appears as younger Anakin, and everyone's like, why isn't he Darth Vader Force ghost? Self being on the light side was as Anakin and not Darth Vader, and he's like, but that's not cool. And they fucking cried about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, people will always find something to be pissed about.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't make everybody happy, sadly.
One day we will learn how to do so.
No, there's just gonna be more and more people. We're never gonna make everybody happy.
Maybe. Well, everyone will be happy when there's nothing to be angry about anymore.
There'll always be something to be angry about.
Holy fucking shit. I want to think about that.
I'm always angry. I'm never not angry.
Never. That's my secret, Kevin. I'm always angry.
I'm being happy angers me.
You know what the worst part about that shit is? You know that fucking Marvel's Avengers game?
Yeah?
I'm so upset that game's bad. I'm so upset that game's bad. That would have been such a good game to get together with people who are fucking nerds and be like, yo, let's be the Avengers. That'd be rad. But no, it had to suck ass. Why did it have to suck? What the fuck?
Oh
It's
my
not
god.
fair.
Don't get me started on how Marvel butchered Thor.
Look, okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Are you talking about Fat Thor? Because I
No,
I like Fat Thor.
I don't give a fuck if Thor's fat or not. Like, I wouldn't even say that's a bad thing. That's more accurate to him mythologically. I don't care.
Yeet.
I care about the fact that, first of all, Hela
Yeet.
is Loki's daughter,
Yeah,
and Fenrir is Loki's son.
yeah.
Why not in Marvel?
Because Marvel's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, bruh.
Listen, okay, let them have their okay, whatever kind of deal. Let them have it.
But I want to see it accurate.
No accurate Marvel.
Like, I don't care about Fat Thor. I don't care about anything like that. Just make it at least like somewhat based in the mythos.
You get no mythos for your Thor.
Yeah.
I had a friend from Denmark who had the same reaction. And so I'm thinking it's like just like a that kind of area.
Scandinavia,
Yeah, Scandinavia just got like a real beef with Marvel's Thor. I'm like, this makes sense. It makes total sense as to why. But I'm also sitting over here like, Thor go boom.
Yeah, I'm like, I dig Thor, like the character. I dig the actors. I dig the screenplay. I dig it as a movie. But if I look at it as based in this mythology that I already am a fucking like giant nerd about and know everything about, then my entire everything will come apart, and my entire respect for the Marvel universe will come apart. I have to view both of them as separate things.
You know, that is completely fucking fair.
Yeah, and it's the same with a
fair.
lot of things, like the Witcher books and the series. I have to view the series as something separate to the books and game. Like the show is good if we view it as something separate from the books or game.
Yeah. The books are already so different from the games.
Yeah.
But like, at least the games do their best to kind of bridge as much as they can into games that have to have a definitive ending.
Yeah.
And they made Triss a better character, thank God. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Holy shit.
Geralt, I love you. Please fuck me.
Triss, you're sick.
Fuck me.
There you go. There's Triss Marigold in the Witcher books. Done. That's hate that. I hate that so much.
Geralt, I know you're in a committed relationship, but fuck me.
No. I'm old, please. I'm old and tired.
So somebody just give me that as a soundbite, and I'll make that my new text sound.
New text sound, Geralt. Fuck me. Just whenever you get a fucking test,
Geralt, fuck me.
Although I did really enjoy the Netflix adaptation for that, like animated adaptation for Vesimir's younger years. That was really well done.
It was.
Like, that one felt like it stayed very true to like somewhere in the middle of the Witcher games and books. So that was really good. What are your thoughts on like D&D?
Christ, I play D&D often enough. I actually have a fucking D&D session tomorrow.
Yeah?
My D&D session tomorrow, and every Saturday I play D&D with some other VTubers, so... Yeah, I've played D&D for, fuck, how long has it been? Like 5-6 years now? Yeah, 5 or 6 years now. Yeah.
That's so long.
I have been. Yeah, D&D's been a part of my life for a good
Has it been
while.
the same session for the 5 or 6 years?
I have been with the same group for 5 or 6 years, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, we have Hannah is running a campaign where one of her people are actually like a CEO, like what is it? CEO like game director or game designer at a big company. And he just randomly wanted like he just responded to a Reddit thread of us looking for players, and he just joined. And it's like, bruh, you have so many insider secrets.
You've done it. You now know all the secrets.
Yeah, and it's. I used to make D&D maps actually for quite a bit of money. Some dude ordered like 50 maps in like 3 months, and I'm like, bruh, no, I can't.
Fucking, that's. I cannot.
And
This seems like a lot.
yeah, and one dude needed like 7 revisions because he wasn't. It's a pain in the ass to do shit on Fiverr.
Fucking hell. I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can fucking imagine. Christ.
it was fun for a bit, and then it was like, God, this is just a chore now. It's just a chore.
Mhm.
Which reminds
why
me,
I
I used to play Overwatch professionally, which is, you know, a little fact. I never mentioned that ever on this channel.
Holy hell.
I mentioned it literally every single opportunity I get. I peaked. I peaked
It's
when I
my
played
magnum
Overwatch
opus
professionally.
right there.
Yeah. I used to lead my own team and everything at the age of 15.
Mhm.
So I peaked. But that was more of a chore in the end than anything else. I had to quit before it literally killed me.
Mhm.
I couldn't.
Oh my fucking god, that sounds so.
I spent
That
4
sounds
hours a
ridiculous,
day responding to emails and messages.
Christ. Oh god, fuck that, man.
Yeah,
Fuck that, man. Sounds fucking horrible.
it was horrible. I was like, no, end it.
Like, fucking, I don't think I've, last time I played Overwatch was a long, long while ago when I was on a team, and I have no desire to ever go back.
Oh, you've played on the team too?
Yeah, I didn't like it, like, at all.
It's not fun. Everybody,
Uh,
it's hard to have fun with the game when you look at everything and have to look at everything in a very like critical and constructive way. You can no
Yeah,
longer be like, "Huh, that was funny." It's more like, "Okay, now I know that interaction does that."
Ugh. Worst part was I was a tank main, so
Ooh.
yeah, most of the time
That's-
it wasn't even like my fucking fault that shit was going
I was gonna say you probably got blamed for a lot of shit.
It's like, why didn't you go in? Why didn't you go in? What was I supposed to do?
I'm waiting for the shot caller to tell me
Come
what to
on.
do. It's this job.
It came down to a point where my team started calling me dad because I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it, we're going in, stay behind me, hurry the fuck up. Come on, I need every bit of healing on me that you got because my shield's gonna fucking crack the minute we peek out.
Hey, did you play Winston? Is that who you played?
No, I played
Bridum.
Reinhardt.
Get it?
Yes, Grim, I get it. Yes, Grim, I get your joke. Ha ha, tee hee. I only played Winston when Dive was a thing, and then Hammond came out, and I never played Winston.
Oh,
again.
don't remind me of the dive comp. That was the worst fucking era of Overwatch ever. I'm so sad that was ever a thing.
Look, okay, it gave me an excuse to play the hamster. It was funny.
This is true, but it's fucking... Oh my god. As a DPS main, it was the biggest, like, nightmare ever. I played McCree, and it was... it's like, oh, wonderful! A fully, like, steroid-charged monkey is running at me. And I have a 6-shooter revolver. What am I gonna do here?
Get better. Easy. Just be better.
I have 6 shots left. I'm gonna pop all of them into myself to avoid the pain that this monkey will inflict on me.
My favorite was always fucking... I think I stopped when Sigma came out. I
Yeah.
played Sigma for a little bit, and then I was like, wow, this is too fucking easy. I'm not doing this anymore. When I can play Sigma and fucking wreck house without the rest of my team, I'm like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, there's no point anymore.
I'm done. I don't need to do this shit anymore. This guy will get nerfed eventually.
Yeah.
This isn't worth it.
Yeah, I went through a phase of playing on a team, being a coach, then having a team.
Oh,
And then I was like, no, I'm 15. I need college.
fuck, man.
I need a social life. I don't need to sit.
Overwatch. Overwatch. Come on, Overman.
But what about Mercy, bro?
What about
The
Mercy?
new skins are dropping next week.
Get you a significant other that dresses up as an Overwatch character to quell your addiction.
Oh, Anna, you know what you gotta do.
You gotta put on the Mercy cosplay. It's time.
Yep.
It's time.
Get the Witch Mercy cosplay. You know what
The
you...
Witch Mercy cosplay. Christ.
And learn to speak in a German accent.
I thought she was Swedish.
Ooh, Hannah?
No, I thought Mercy was Swedish.
Oh no, she's very German. Very German.
Oh. Oh. Alright.
Yeah, no, Torbjorn is Swedish. So is Brig. But
Yeah. Torb is Swedish, and that's why he asks about his meatballs.
yeah, he speaks about his meatballs all the time, yeah.
I remember Torb was my DPS main when I finally got to start playing DPS.
I'm so sad they have 2 people from Sweden and none from Norway. As a Norwegian, it offends me.
It was funny. I love Torbjorn. He's the best sniper. He has no drop off.
It's true, actually.
His shots have no drop off. The projectile based.
And he has a shotgun. I fucking hate that little fueled, like steroid-fueled dwarf. It's the worst.
It's so great though. I love it. I love when Reapers try to challenge Torbjorn, and then they forget he has a shotgun.
It's the worst. He can like one-shot any DPS.
Don't worry about it, Torbjorn.
he's one of those characters that I feel has the highest like skill ceiling, where it's like if you master him, he's the best character in the game by far.
He literally is. Torbjorn is literally, back when he had armor, he was a self-sufficient fucking character. He didn't need any help
He
ever.
literally didn't. It's the worst. I hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when there was no cap on how many characters of one type you could have on a team, and there used to be 6 Torbjorns running around.
It is great.
And you literally couldn't get past them. I hated it. I hated it.
I think one of my favorite moments ever was playing Torbjorn in a match, and I had to duel a Reaper, and I was like, oh, instead of reloading, I have my hammer out because I was repairing my turret.
Yeah.
And I had to beat Reaper by smacking him with a hammer. I won.
The disrespect.
I won that fucking duel. Don't ask how, but I did. Molten Core was a fun fucking little thing that we got as a different ability instead of his fucking ult. It was great.
Oh,
Loved it.
man. Torbjorn is a crazy character.
Torbjorn is literally the best character in video games. Look, okay? I want you to name a character that can't beat Torbjorn.
I can't. Not even if we're talking out of Overwatch, I can't name one.
No, nobody.
Goku? No. He just beat out his kneecaps with his hammer.
Goku would be like, let's have a good fight, little man. And Torbjorn would be like, what?
How do you call me short? And then he'd fucking, like, you know, he'd hammer him into the fucking orbit.
Yeah, he just fucking beat on his kneecaps with his hammer and he'd fall to the ground. He'd sputter some shit about friendship, you know, wipe some blood away from his mouth, and then try and fight him again, and Torb would just smack him over the face.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
That's usually how anime fights go. First they get beaten down, then they sputter some shit about friendship, some motivational speech, get up, and then they're like 10 times stronger.
That's how it works, yeah.
And sometimes, every now and then, they'll get beaten down again, and again, and again, and every time they'll keep going up, and then the villain will be like, "What? Why are you still getting up? You're foolish!" And then they'll go on to, you know, say it instead.
My fucking lord. I cannot fucking think of
Except for One Punch Man.
Except for One Punch Man. Torb solo Saitama, dude. It's been proven. It's been fucking proven. Torb solos the entire universe.
He does. If the hammer's a precision tool. If he hit the ground once, the whole Earth would explode.
He always has to hold back his true strength.
You know that thing he pours like magma into? Yeah, no, that's actually his fist. It's just holding his open fist under there. He's just holding on to it.
You know, to be fair, the fact that he can just do that into a gun that's made completely of metal with no way to vent it is pretty nutty.
Yeah, he didn't lose his arm. He cut it off so he could have a machine there instead.
This is so dumb. What are you talking about? This is the smartest conversation ever.
You're so dumb.
This is literally the peak conversation right here.
Yeah, we have this peak IQ.
Exactly. Torbjorn is like the epitome.
That's rude. What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about.
Holy fuck.
That's all right. You're my mod. You'll be able to put up with it.
You'll live.
Me and Hannah have this thing where we every now and then we'll. Okay, this is gonna sound. There's really no good way to put this.
Mm-hmm.
But me and Hannah have this thing where after she came here to meet me the first time, her dad was worried about her that I was gonna be like some some part of some like criminal sex ring.
Criminal sex ring.
Yeah, and that he was sending his daughter here to be sexually trafficked, and so he was like, at any point of her journey, if you're scared, text me pineapple. And so we made a joke about that, and all the time we pretend to like joke abuse each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that, just to show how silly that notion was. And now we do that through the internet still. We punch our microphones every time we're like in a call. And while we're in, I've had to clarify multiple times that we're not abusing each other. We are on different sides of the earth. We're not abusive.
God.
We're literally just fucking around. I'm hitting my microphone.
Christ.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
And it's the dumbest shit.
I literally could not.
Want to become famous?
Wow! Hit him! Remove him! Kick him! Ban him! Throw him in the pits! Good.
Room dead. He's gone. Thank God. Oh God, this fucking booth. This booth is getting fucking ridiculously hot. I'm sweating like a goddamn dog right now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know. Maybe that thing you have on. Maybe that's unnecessary heat.
The thing I have on my light.
The cape. That's the scarf.
Listen, okay. This is what I need. Okay.
Is it like one of those streamer things where like, so people use face cam don't need to wear pants because they'll only see the face up? So as long as you wear that cape, you don't need to wear anything underneath. Is that what that is?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's actually less heat insulating than not wearing it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like, come on. What else would it be? Why else?
That's
it's like
fair.
the equivalent of wearing a kilt.
Exactly. Just, let it hang and bang in the wind.
Oh my fucking lord. Hang and dang in the fucking wind. I cannot believe you. I cannot fucking believe this.
Hey, you were warned before we started.
Oh my fucking god.
Everybody knows, but nobody truly is aware.
Nobody's truly fucking aware. Oh my lord. Christ.
Oh, I feel so bad because Pip is my little brother. He's like 16, like 15, 16, and you shouldn't be listening to half of my content.
My fucking god.
I feel like I'm 12 again sometimes.
I feel like I'm. What did you do, man? I can't believe this. Why are you like this to your younger sibling?
Listen, he's here voluntarily, okay?
Yeah, voluntarily, he says.
Listen, he's here because he wants to make sure that what he puts up on the VOD channel is within guidelines.
Mm-hmm. My fucking god.
You've just not realized what you've gotten yourself into.
You just not realize what you got yourself into. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus.
You alright there?
The heat makes me like a little sicky, so I'm fine.
Yeah?
I'll live, yeah. I'll live. I've been outside like all day and it's been like 100 degrees, and so
Yeah, how much is it there?
let's check. Oh, it's just starting to go down. Okay, it's just starting to go down into fucking the 70s, 80s.
I sound like the clown from DVD. Listen.
Fucking clown. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Here's a fun fact. Hannah has done a bit of voice acting too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cough.
She's actually currently in part of a like fan dub for an anime, and she has been in one in the past too. She's also done voicing for trailers and whatnot. Yeah.
My fucking god.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question about how you in your year as a VTuber, what would be the craziest thing you've seen?
You mean you craziest socially or like craziest like content wise?
Craziest thing where you'd be like, that was crazy. That was insane, you know?
That's weird because it's all normalized to me now. I don't think there's like a lot right now that I think I want to say the hate raids going on because I did see like 2 or 3 of them happen. So that did happen, and
that was
recently,
crazy.
Recently, I had one who was like a ringleader come into my fucking stream.
A ringleader?
And, yeah, ringleader of the hate raid streams. And he started doing the thing where he's like, you know how I know you're like a something or other? I don't even remember the fucking name. And I was all like, you know, I have something very special for you. I have something very special for you if you decide that you wanna hate raid me. Like, come on, dude. Like, there's this whole thing going on now about people are finally talking about VTubers using slurs live and how like we don't people don't get like, you know, tattled on, I guess, for it or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, you better do something better than that. You better try harder than calling me the fucking N-word, dude. Come on.
Yep.
Give me some real content here. And he sat in my chat and he didn't fucking hit the fucking hate button to send all his bots to me because I was just ripping him apart every single chance. I'm like, I'm literally gonna sit here, play Cats on Mars from Cowboy Bebop, where I sit here and I clean up every single bot that you send my way. It is literally going to be the greatest form of content ever. You know how many followers I'm gonna get posting your dumbass on TikTok about how much I don't give a fuck? It literally just kept fucking. I went on for a long while, and then at one point I think I went so batshit insane. I was all like, I'm a starving VTuber. I need content. Please hate rate me so I can have content. And fucking doing all this other dumb bullshit. And then I got a raid from somebody else, and then they're like, it started, woo, it's the hate rate. I'm like, no, that's fucking banana, you idiot.
It's the same vibe as if you get robbed at gunpoint. You literally just like act as insane and mentally deranged as you can, so they would feel too bad.
Would not even be that. It's literally one of those things where fucking like, if someone held a gun to me and was like, give me all your money, I'd be like, you're not gonna turn this into a murder. You're not gonna do it.
You're gonna do it. Do it. Do it. Take my wallet and my life. Do it.
Do you really want my wallet? Yeah, I want your wallet. Joke's on you. I don't carry cash on me. You fool. Well, I want the cars in there.
That's when you open your trench coat and you have like 15 different wallets. Which one do you want?
Funniest part about that is one thing that I did learn when I was studying Bartitsu is if somebody wants you holds you at gunpoint and is all like, oh, give me your wallet and stuff like that, you hold your wallet out to them so that way they have to take it from you. And then once they go to reach for it, that's when you drop your wallet, grab their hand, and then kick them off balance.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Because like at that point, it's like, oh shit. Oh well, either I'm gonna get shot and die, or I won't. So oh well. Oh, cool. It's not very cool. Here's the fucking secret. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like just give
Yeah,
them your
yeah,
stuff.
don't do that.
Just give them your stuff.
just
It's not worth it.
just give him your wallet and cancel the card.
Literally, that's literally it. Just give them your wallet, cancel your card, be like, so I just got mugged. They have my fucking ID. You know, I gotta just, you know, get my stuff back. That's all.
Usually you'll be fine. It's more of just a scary thing than anything else.
Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's it's not.
Unless you live in Canada where they're like, hey, can I get your wallet?
Can I get your wallet?
No, you can't. Ah, damn. We're worth a try, though.
Man, I love that the thing about Canadians is always like, oh, they're so nice. And then, like, I take a peek at Canadian crime reports. I'm like, oh, wow, that's fucked up. Okay. Damn. Okay, sure thing. Canada.
Must have been American
Christ.
immigrants.
Must have been. They always blame the immigrant. They always blame anybody who's not like 100% fucking Canadian. It's ridiculous.
It's all right. He had 1% American.
1%. He was 1% non-Canadian, so therefore it's okay.
It's all right. He was from the French Canadian part. It's okay.
He was from the French Quarter.
Yeah, we don't count those.
My fucking god.
Do you know that actually there's a part of Norway where people are literally have to carry guns because there's more polar bears than people?
Yeah, that's...
It's
Yeah.
Svalbard, yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's crazy. And how one of the tips for when a polar bear tries to kill you is literally to get, like, to take off your clothes and put them on the ground so that it gets curious and looks at them instead, giving you a chance to back away. Literally, getting naked in the freezing cold is a survival tip for a polar bear.
My fucking god.
Good lord.
It's ridiculous.
Man.
Ugh.
What's your favorite game ever?
God, fucking, that's hard. That's really hard. I guess, I don't really have one, to be honest. I can't, like, be like, this is the best game ever in my all my time of playing video games. It's
Can you give me your
not-
top 3 favorite games? So they don't need to be in any particular order.
Dishonored is up there. It's just very well put
That's
together.
that's a good one.
It's very, very good. There's
It
so many
is.
ways to do it. Cousin Robo on GameCube holds a very special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the first games I ever did voice acting stuff for.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was fucking...
For GameCube?
Yeah, for GameCube.
You did
dude.
voice acting all the way back then. Wow.
It wasn't good. Back when I was on Newgrounds. Fuck. We don't talk about Newgrounds.
Man, fucking. Let's see. Man, at the launch of GameCube, I was 1 year old. In 2001, I was 1 year old.
I thought you were like 20.
No, I'm 21. I'm turning 22 in July.
I was one. What it's like? What do you mean? Like, even if I was 25, I'd be old enough to like see. I didn't do anything like professionally with Custom Robo, and I'm not like, oh, I bought it day one in GameCube years. No, I had a GameCube, and I bought Custom Robo just randomly one day, and I just thought the game looked cool. And then I was on Newgrounds at the time exploring VA work, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do that. And that dub probably exists somewhere on a computer hard drive, but it's no longer on Newgrounds because I nuked that account.
Yep.
Yeah. So don't think I was like fucking, oh yeah, I was fucking 18 years old and then I was like GameCube.
Yeah, no,
fuck that shit.
people usually confuse my age like a lot. Some people think I'm like 25. Some people have even guessed that I'm up in like my literal 40s, and I'm like, bruh, I'm not sure whether to take that as like a compliment or an insult.
I'm old.
So I've just started putting my age on my Twitter. It's literally in my Twitter bio is my age, so that people don't get confused.
Like I'm fucking. I am old and I know things. That's all you need to know. I'm old and I know shit.
You're Tyrion Lannister.
God damn, I fucking. I hate it because some people are like, well, you just know so much shit. They used to call me Wikipedia back in middle school because I just knew too much shit.
Yep. Yeah,
Too many random facts.
You're also one of those like trivia people that I didn't just know random trivia off the top of your head.
It just happened upon information and that's about it.
Wikipedia.
Oh my fucking lord. Yeah, I randomly come across info and I'm like, ah, yes, this is something that I guess I'm gripping onto in my brain now.
Oh yes, I should know this knowledge about cleaning pools. I might need it one day when I own a pool.
My god.
If I ever do.
No problem. If I ever do, my god. It's like the fucking,
Do I know how to swim? No.
Do I know how to swim? No. I know the difference between a hard and soft water, and I know a bunch of just random physics facts. What's other random knowledge that lives in my head? Oh yeah,
I never know it until it's called upon. Until a random topic's brought up, and it's like, I know something about this.
If you go to a gas pump and you press enter, and then type in the an amount, you can prepay at the pump, and then not have to try to stop it at a specific number.
Wow, I didn't know that. I know that on the little like place where you can see how much fuel you have left, right next to like a little gas tank thing, there'll be an arrow pointing to which side that like the little gas tank is on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know that. I don't even drive. I don't even own a car. I don't drive.
My fucking god.
Christ. That reminds me. Have you ever played Disco Elysium?
Disco Elysium? No, it's been suggested a few times.
Yeah, it's a good. It has magnificent voice acting. It's really really good.
All right.
And it has such in-depth character choices that you can choose. And literally, you get to put so many points into, or not points into things, but the things you put points into actually really end up mattering. Like, I put most of my points into as accurate as I am IRL, which would be, you know, like, it would be intellect and psyche. Nothing in, like, muscle at all, because I'm a fucking puny boy. I'm 6'5", lanky as all hell. And a little bit into agility. Because I'm fairly agile. I used to do, what's it called? Taekwondo. But
Christ.
And all those choices have actually really mattered because I can actually like manipulate people to my will rather than approach things in a physical manner. And I managed to manipulate. I managed to punch the fuck out of a little child who was being a snot-nosed brat. I assaulted him. Fucking A.
Lord.
Punched him right in the nose, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I respect you. Because he was, like, insulting me and calling me a pig because I was a cop.
Oh my fucking god.
So I just punched him in the face.
Man, maybe I should look into this fucking game then. If it does that level of fucking in-depthitude where it's like, yeah, you can use any skill for a lot of things.
Yeah, it's really, 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 like, customizable.
Damn. Alrighty then. Alrighty then.
Yeah. Top review is, I'm now a raging communist.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, and half the precinct I worked for as a cop literally just laughed at me for having lost my gun and my badge.
I'd laugh at you too.
Yeah, I'm a cop who lost my gun and badge.
I'd fucking laugh at you too, my god.
I also, because I was drunk and I'd lost most of my intelligence point, I accidentally told a girl, I want to make fuck with you.
I want to make fuck with you.
And that, I mean, she just laughed at me. So, I mean, that's a win. But it's not the, you know, the desired result.
Oh my fucking god.
But it's a good game. I really recommend it. It's a fun stream game too. It has Twitch integration.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's neat.
And it's a Twitch mode where it takes out, you know, non-Twitch safe music.
Oh, that's actually very cool.
Yeah.
That's very fucking cool. That, like, developers who do that are fucking radical.
I love it.
My goodness. Goodness gracious.
Go for it, Hannah. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your viewers can literally check your journal and what items you have on you and your stats at any given time.
Damn.
And they can also vote on dialogue options if you want them to.
Ah. Oh, fuck yeah. My fucking chat would be into that shit.
Yeah.
My chat would be very into that shit.
Not to mention, if you choose Psyche and you have this, like, this fantasy thing that you... Because there's a bunch of points in Psyche, that like, a line of skills that come with Psyche. Sort of like a skill tree in the category. And in there's this, like, imagination point where things sort of talk to you. So, your tie is for some reason some Irish crazy asshole who tells you to do crazy shit. He told me to arrest the man at like a cafeteria bar because he insulted me. And I literally had to sit there and talk to him in front of this cafe manager, and my partner was just standing there looking weirdly at me as I was tugging at my tie.
My fucking god.
It's a really fun game.
Christ. I cannot. I'll pick that up at some point. Let me wishlist this damn game.
I honestly, I'm not into heavily narrative games. That's not really my style of gaming. I like action.
Well, that's fair.
I like being able to do something and then pick up the story as I go along.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some background voice telling me the story, but if it's executed well, then I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm the filthy fucking... I think Deus Ex has really, like, shown what kind of gaming that I usually go for.
I haven't played Deus Ex.
I am very much in control of a lot of things, but I'm an investigative person. So, Deus Ex, there's points where the side quests are all just like mini cases that you can work. And so I'll like read through case files and shit like that, and chat can see me fucking like go through all this shit and then decide how to proceed from there. Recently we found some guy did he's part of the Chinese triad. Well, I'm gonna say was.
Okay.
And his dad didn't like his girlfriend or whatever, and then his girlfriend was all like, "Oh, I'm pregnant" and stuff like that, and so you know, he had to get rid of her and the baby. And so I confronted him in a club after all of this, and and then chat was all like, "Woo, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna walk away? They want us to just walk away?" I'm like, "No, fuck that shit!" And I fucking killed him in front of like 15 people.
That's you know, I respect the grind. I respect it.
I literally, after learning what he did to his girlfriend and like their unborn child, was like, my mind was made up at that moment. I didn't say anything out loud.
The world's better off, you know.
Chat had no idea what my plan was, and I was like, "Chat, should we kill him?" And even if Chat was like, "No, we can let him get his comeuppance later," I was just gonna straight up kill him.
Listen, I've said this many times. If it wasn't for Hannah keeping me sane, I'd probably gone insane by now and like hunted down like super bad people, like some sort of like budget Captain America, but not in America.
Captain Norway.
Yeah, this lanky ass Norwegian, 6'5" Norwegian dude,
God.
running around in the forest. But if that is your style, I absolutely think you'll like Disco Elysium, because literally you have a bunch of case files that you can read up on as well there, and it's all, you literally are a detective trying to solve a murder. That is literally your thingy.
Damn. It is. It's interesting because like I make the joke a lot about my chat fucking jokes a whole shit ton of being like, "Oh, anybody who comes in who's new is like, oh, Woo's like a himbo. He gives off himbo energy, and like a lot of people who know me for a while are like, no. Woo's too fucking. Woo's way too fucking smart to be a himbo. I went on for 20 minutes about tachyon particle manipulation on stream.
Yeah.
And chat was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is this? I came for you to say poopy buttholes and not tell me about the fucking makeup of the universe. I was like, look, okay, I just think it's neat.
Listen. I can talk about what I want on my stream.
Don't worry. I'm fucking. It's the gif of Marge holding up the potato, but it's me with a theoretical atom of unspecified fucking energy and power. I just think it's neat.
Yeah.
I just find it neat. That's all. Fucking Silver Samurai. That's his power, is tachyon manipulation. And as soon as that got brought up, I'm like, y'all even know what a tachyon is?
I'm scared of saying I don't. I'm really scared of saying I don't.
Well, don't worry about it, because I'm not gonna explain what a tachyon is. Fuck, that's gonna take too long.
I was gonna say we only have like 35 minutes left.
It's gonna take way too fucking long. You don't want to know about a fucking tachyon. Is that some sort of Dorito? No, it's an anime.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah, it's fucking tachyon.
Anyways, top 3 favorite game. There was one you didn't get to mention.
Oh yeah. God damn, that's hard. Because like Custom Robo and Dishonored are fucking easy peasy. I guess Punch Out.
Punch Out?
Punch Out was the first game I ever beat. Original Punch Out on the NES.
Oh yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Yeah.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out was the first game I ever beat. Fucking Young Woo.
That's a rough one.
And was like, I'm gonna beat Mike Tyson. And the best part about the NES was, well, it's not the best part. The worst part about the NES is you had to do it in one go.
Yeah.
So,
I hate using the term, Dark Souls of platformers, Dark Souls of blank, but it was the Dark Souls of the NES.
The NES was just Dark Souls.
Yeah, the NES games were just Dark Souls. That is fair. Yeah, NES was the Dark Souls of consoles.
Take the game off, turn the game off, all your progress is gone.
Yeah. You have to go all the way back to the next bonfire.
Christ. It was like doing a no bonfire run, and that's hell.
Yep.
That is literally hell. I don't understand how some people do that. Like,
it's like Flash games.
Christ. I fucking remember the fucking time on Newgrounds with all the goddamn Flash games that were just all odd. Just very odd Flash games. And then there are the ones with boobies.
Don't even get me started on Happy Wheels.
Listen, Happy Wheels was a weird little browser game that no longer exists. Papa's Freezeria. Goddamn, the Papa's game. We're not gonna talk about the Papa's games. Fuck, man. Some people still play Cheeseria to this very day. Some people still fucking do. There's a thriving Papa Louie fucking community out there.
Oh my god. I've never ever played any of the Papa's games, I'm gonna be honest with you, but I had... The reason is I saw all of them played. Because I had a cousin who would hog the computer. He'd hog the laptop and play games. And he just beat them while I was sitting there watching, like, can I play now?
No.
He was like, no, I haven't died yet. I clearly see him die, and I was like, that doesn't count. I was like, okay. Because he was like way bigger and stronger than me. Joke's on him, I'm 6'5" now.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, I'm still lanky though.
My lord. Christ.
Man, there's some really good like games out there though. Man, my top 1 game hasn't changed in a long time. It would have to be Portal 2. I think that's the best game decisive, like subjectively, that I can find. Don't worry, Han. I'm getting the same vibes. Hey, Playall, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Oh my fucking lord. Really, he is dying of heat stroke over there. Yeah. I'm ruminating right now in my fucking. This is what happens. If I fucking this is why streaming in summer's been fucking hell and a half.
No worries, play y'all. I'm just glad you're here hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think when I started streaming in September last year, and I had to skip out on like many streams because of like the pure heat, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't be cooped up in my room for like 3 hours streaming. I can't do that. It's too hot. I will die. Not I might die. I will die.
My fucking lord.
There will not be any Grim left to do streams if I do that.
I just need to make sure that I fucking fill up this goddamn thing whenever I do. It's a little desk AC, so I gotta fill it up with water. Sadly, my bottle is empty to fill it.
Oh shit.
It's okay. It's fine.
Sure you don't want to go get some refill?
Nah, it's gonna take me too long to fill this thing up.
Alright.
We'll reach time by then. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, Play. How are you?
Yeah, it's Playall. Have you met Playall before?
I have not, no.
No, he was the first person to be on the podcast.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Playall and I talked a lot about, we talked for 3 hours about... Fuck, I'm having a massive, like, brain fart. Go on, Playall. Give him the rundown. You remember it.
The rundown.
Give him the rundown.
My lord.
Yeah, Playall, let's go.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, no,
Twitter's on fire right now. Holy hell. Okay.
What's
That's what
up?
I'm getting pinged about.
What's on fire? Twitter?
People are pinging me on Twitter about something.
Bruh.
Oh, it's more okay. So recently a VTuber decided to use the N-word on stream.
Bruh.
And so they're bringing a lot of other VTubers who have done so recently.
Who?
Let's see here.
If you don't want to say their name, you can just send me like a link or something.
Oh yeah, I'll send you their Twitter link. It's this person, and then another one's somebody from like a Chinese company. And I was just like that. I skimmed the video really quick. It's man, it's so weird. It's so weird being fucking on Twitter, man.
Yeah, Twitter is a cesspool at times.
Twitter is a fucking cesspool at times, and it's
some days I literally don't go on Twitter the whole day because I'm like, my mind needs to like recover.
You know what's interesting? We were literally talking about like community issues and stuff like that, and then this is a really funny one because these are the same people who are like promoting this positive outlook on the VTuber community, but yet here we are. It's hard to answer those kinds of comments. It's so okay, yeah. It's really interesting when you're like a dark-skinned VTuber, because it's just fucking like if I say anything, then I draw attention to it. If I draw attention to it, then that makes like the thing persist.
Yeah.
But if I don't say anything, it's like I'm okay with it. But if I also don't say anything, then other VTubers are already talking about it.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do I do?
I think usually the best thing to do, or I can't say it's the best thing to do, but I can say what I would do. I'd say that I'd keep mostly completely quiet about it, but acknowledge it at one small statement on stream.
Yeah, I do that. I never Twitter post about this shit. It's not worth it.
And that way people are aware of where you stand, and it's on record where you stand on the issue, without bringing more attention to it.
It is fucking hell. It is so fucking difficult being on Twitter and doing that, because it's like you're okay, this is gonna sound ridiculously stupid, but I'm finding that I am filling that niche for people. So I'm a lot of people's like only dark-skinned VTuber that they know, like the only one. That's it. And so a lot of them ask my opinion on that kind of stuff, and I'm always like, I'm never gonna talk about this on Twitter because one, it's disingenuous, and two, it's not worth it to me because if I make a statement on Twitter, my serious tweets are not they're not fun like at all. I make a lot of goofs and gaffes on Twitter, and a lot of hardcore situations like this, I usually make a I usually make a funny video about it, and I'm all like, hey, don't go harassing people, but this situation is fucking stupid, and like, you know, here's your spotlight on it and how much I don't care about it. But something like this is something where it's like, oh, if I make a video about this, then I'm gonna be downplaying the situation, or the worst offending of this, and this might be a little much here, but people of your own skin color will get upset with you if you don't fight the battle tooth and nail.
Really?
It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because, like I said, I grew up in, like, labels to me just were never a thing. I literally grew up in a household where it was all like, I remember, I think when I first went into middle school, my mother, Mom Kiki, was just like, Woo, if you end up liking boys or something like that, like you end up liking boys, just tell me. And I just want to know. Like, I didn't understand what she meant by that. I was just like, oh, okay. And then, like, I learned about homosexuality naturally through, you know, growing the fuck up. And at that point, I was like, I don't like guys like that. But you know what? I don't think there's too much of a difference on that one. And then, like, race has always been somebody else's problem but my own.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I wish people didn't feel the need to label people. Like, I don't really see things as much as, you know, a dark-skinned person or a light-skinned person. They're just a person, so to speak.
Yeah.
I find a racial divide really dumb. Or skin tone divide, whatever one want to call it, it's dumb. I feel like a person is a person, a human's a human, you know? That sort of thing.
And the problem with that is, like, especially when it comes to the racial divide, it's like, okay, so you're not calling people out for this? I've never said I'm not calling anybody out for this. I find it hilarious, especially to myself, of, you want me to get, like, ridiculously angry about somebody using a word that has been used as an oppressive word for a long time, when if I laugh it off and dethrone it of power the same way other people use it, kind of like in the community in of itself of calling each other that, so that way it, like, has no power no more for them. My way of doing that is like, is that really fucking it? Is that, like, the only slur you know? Come on. Yep. Come on. Like, seriously, I have never... So many people are ridiculously unoriginal with their hate, and then pointing that out to them, it makes them irrationally angry. And to me, that is, like, the ultimate, like, level of, dude, really? You're gonna say that and expect me to act like you're acting right now? Fuck that shit. You look like a fucking idiot. I ain't doing this shit.
Yeah.
So...
Usually giving end to the end with the reaction they want you to give is usually the worst way to react. It's the things.
Yeah. So it's like, fuck, I don't fucking care for that shit. And honestly, this may be one of the few times that I make a serious Twitter post about it, because every time I've ever had to talk about racial stuff on Twitch or Twitter, I'm not fun. I'm not fun to be around for it, because I have to do the whole, like, this isn't okay, and you shouldn't do that. And if you do this shit, then, like, don't associate with me or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we could literally just clip this part of the VOD, and you could just put that as a statement on Twitter, because, I mean...
I could, but...
you essentially aired all of it out.
Yeah, like, I don't... This'll sound, like, to some people, this'll sound horrible.
Yeah.
If someone calls me the N-word, like, I automatically don't respect them anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just
it's
don't.
automatic respect loss, yeah. I get that, yeah.
Even if it's like, oh, I'm just trying to be friendly with you. No, you fucking idiot. Like, what the what? What do you mean you're just trying to be friendly with me? I had somebody who tried to do that shit, and
Really?
I had somebody who tried to do that to me back when I was in high school, and I threatened to throw him through a wall. And the funniest part about it is behind all this like dumb VTuber shit, I am strong enough to do that. Don't think I'm not. I fucking I suplexed a kid at one point because I could.
I mean, fair is fair.
I fucking did. It was ridiculous. And so I think it's one of those things where I've just heard it enough in my life where whatever, I can move on and not be affected by it.
Yeah.
But being told I should be affected by it is not something that I like. Anyway, but like when it comes to something like this where it's like online and you know, these are one of them that I have a video of now is obviously Chinese. What the hell am I gonna do? Tell a Chinese person not to hate everybody who's frankly, gonna be frank here, a large majority of the population in most Asian countries are xenophobic. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, that's always been something that fascinates me. Is the fact that, like, what's it called? I don't want to say weebs because I classify weebs and like Japanophiles or Chinophiles differently. Because there's one thing being sort of, you know, a weeb. That's, you know, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you do in your spare time. Just don't, you know, shove it in my face. But if you're like a Japanophile or a Chinophile, I find the irony in praising a xenophobic culture insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's an oxymoron.
Mm-hmm. Being somebody who's been to Japan and has taught English in Japan, luckily enough, the newer generation is definitely not going down that road at all.
Yeah.
But it's like the ones that are bad are bad. Yeah. Like, holy shit. Okay, so here's the funniest part about Japan. I find this hilarious. Most dark-skinned individuals in Japan are usually from Africa.
Yeah.
So when I went with my fucking ass, they were like, oh god, either he's from Africa or he I don't know where he's from. I don't know what to do. That was the one big thing. And it was usually like younger folks because it was either a crapshoot of I spoke no Japanese or a lot of Japanese. So they would like freak out, and that's normal. That's fine. That's whatever. Yeah. And so those ones are fine interactions where I'm like, okay, that's your culture kind of leading you in a way that is not inherently against me, shouldn't make it, you know, a big old issue, but it is a stepping stone that you have to kind of get over. That's good. Now, the several Yakuza toughs I've nearly fought in my time in Japan are a different story. And I don't say that fucking lightly. I literally mean I literally almost fought like 3 or 4 members of the Yakuza while I was in Japan.
It's not the safest place on earth.
It's not even. Look, I didn't even like. I wasn't even getting mugged, dude. I wasn't even getting mugged. I was walking around, and so I'm a tall, big dude. I'm a tall, big dude with muscles and shit. And so they think I'm some like other Yakuza tough from a different family. And so they come up to intimidate me. And I'm just like, I can't go to Japanese prison. I'm never gonna get out. I'm never gonna get out. So
I don't even speak their language.
And so I was like, oh no, sir. I'm not Yakuza. I like had to remind them that I'm not from. They didn't believe me. They didn't believe it.
Yeah.
So that was the first guy, and then his superior came up and stopped him from fighting me, which was funny. It was funny as fuck because there was this other guy who's like just as tall as I am, pure Japanese. So I'm like, I see. So he's probably like a god amongst men amongst these guys.
That's true. I mean, aren't people fairly short over there?
Oh yeah.
Or is that just like a fake rumor? Or is that true?
Oh no, like people are genuinely vast majority of the population when I was in Japan was much shorter than I was. I could see over a lot of people's heads while I was in the train station.
If I went over there, I'd probably hit my head on the majority of things.
Dude, if I hit my head on a majority of things, you definitely are hitting your head on a majority of things. It is funny as fuck. But he was just all like, "Oh no, don't stop bothering this guy." And that was one. The other one was I went out to eat late at night because I wanted to go be a nerd and buy a Gundam.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to fucking the Toys R Us that's over in the mall and buy a Gundam." And so I buy a Gundam, and then I'm hungry. I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna eat? And there's this like small little restaurant that's you know, just open. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that. I get some fucking noodles and shit. There's this older gentleman there. He asked me, you know, where I'm from, what I'm doing. I'm telling him what I'm doing there and stuff like that. And then like this Yakuza guy comes in, and he's like talking to this old man, and I don't catch all the conversation. What's a Gundam? However, it's a robot. It's like a little robot figurine, basically. And he's talking to this guy, and I don't catch all of it, but what I do catch is apparently this old guy, like, owes the Yakuza some money. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I'm like, okay, just stay out of it. Like, don't do that. And then, you know, fucking, as soon as this, this older gentleman, like, you know, is visibly afraid, as soon as he's visibly afraid, you know, the whole Japanese ideology is like, if it doesn't concern me, don't go near it. But then all I hear in my fucking blood and brain is so I'm like, hell no, fuck that shit. My country's beating up bullies before I'll do it. God damn it, Ken, don't test me. And so I'm like, hey, Grandpa, I think it's time to go. And so that way you can go get your medicine. And so I basically walked this old man all the way home so the Yakuza couldn't beat him up. It was so fucking funny because the guy comes after me afterwards. He's all like, what do you think you're doing? And I say, because he's speaking to me in Japanese, and this entire time I've just been talking to this old man in Japanese. Oh my god. And the funniest part about this interaction was after he grabs me by my shirt and is all like, Nanta, like all this other shit. I'm like, sir, I'm from the United States of America. I will kick your ass right here in public and I won't bat an eye.
Isn't it very like typical like Asian culture to not get involved though?
Mm-hmm. It very much is, and so that's why, like, obviously this man thought I was like an immigrant from Africa. And so I had to remind him that I'm from the States and I have no problem kicking his ass. And the look of dread on his face the minute I said the United States, he's like, oh god, I fucked up. Oh no.
Sounds about right.
The Americans don't give a fuck, and it's so hilarious going anywhere because, like, you know, American stereotypes exist. You know, we're fat, we're lazy, we're loud, all this other shit. But like, the one that I got the most in Japan was like, you're loud and brash, and don't fuck with you. just don't do it. That's a bad idea. It's like a fucking, oh god, yeah. Number three is even worse than, in my opinion.
Hey Luna.
Hi Luna. The worst fucking worst one was when my host sister and I went out shopping, and so it's like this little tiny girl. She's like, what? She's like 4 or 5, and me, this giant of a fucking monkey. And we're just walking through Japan, and this guy tries to start a fight with me in front of this little girl. And I'm like motioning to the little girl like, dude, the fuck? Come on. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
The funniest part about it is I slouch a lot when I walk around because I don't like to appear intimidating.
Oh yeah, and then when you stand up, it's the, yeah, I know the feeling. I slouch a lot too, and then like if I feel threatened, I'll stand up straight, and then people are like, okay, I'm sorry.
It was so funny too because we had just gotten done carrying a bunch of stuff for my host family, and we were just going on a small little errand. So my shoulders and my neck haven't popped in a minute. So the minute I stood up and rolled my shoulders, just fucking. It's like some fucking scene out of goddamn DBZ. Me rolling my muscles.
I was gonna say it sounded more like you're like a transformer, just like coming out of car mode.
It was so fucking hilarious because then he was like, ah. I was like, yeah. So are we gonna fight or like what? And you know, he's like, okay, I can't look bad now because I guess some of his buddies were watching or some shit. And the funniest part about it is a lot of people when they then they don't think people are trained in fighting. Like, you know, you ball your fist and like, you raise them up and shit. I got down in my stance for Jeet Kune Do. And this man immediately was like, like, fucking wait a minute. No, don't do this. Please. And my fucking hostess was just fucking standing there looking at me while holding this fucking bag of groceries. Just fucking, just making little noises. It was so fucking funny as fuck. And I was like, all right, I guess we're not fighting then. Come on, I like scoop her up in like a little fucking piggyback and we walk the fuck away.
I've always wanted to go to Japan. Do you think it's worth it?
It is, absolutely. My experience was very few and far between. It was spread out throughout the trip. It was very spread out. And that was only because like the way I carried myself and the way I dressed was very Yakuza. I wore a button up and then I would roll up the sleeves. So that's kind of my problem. I dressed honestly like a Yakuza would. I would dress like modern day Yakuza, so it's understandable. However, as soon as I opened my mouth and I spoke any, people would immediately be like, "Oh no, you're a foreigner." Got it? Because I have a very clear accent when I speak, because I sound like I'm from a fucking samurai movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really fucking. So E is good in Japanese, but I usually use yoi, which is like the old-timey way of saying good. So it's the equivalent of being like, instead of that's good to like acceptable. It's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb, and I love it. But also at the same time, it is a the way you speak will always give out where you're from. Not what you look like more often than not. I had a lot of old people who were nice to me. I had an old man who said good morning to me every day, and he didn't like anybody else in the neighborhood. Nobody else in the neighborhood.
Some old people are really nice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Man. Old people don't. Some old people don't get enough credit. Like here, I almost never say hi to anybody, and randomly this like old guy just like said hello to me on the street. I was walking past, and I was like, "Do I know him?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Wait, no, he was just being kind." Is that kindness? Is that what kindness feels like?
Kindness? Is he being nice to me?
That's new.
Oh my goodness. It was so, the worst part, I think the only worst part to me wasn't like almost fighting Yakuza and then fighting Yakuza at one point, but was fucking the questions that I got, because I told people I was interested in history, and they were like, well, how did you feel about World War II? I was like, I don't know how to respond to this.
Hey, here's a hot take. It was bad.
It is fucking, the funniest part about that was like I gave like a very complicated answer of like, you know what, it happened. I don't agree with everything that happened. And they're all like, oh, well, what about like, you know, of course they want to know my opinion like on the atomic stuff. And I was like, I think that is horrible. And that's all I care about. That is a horrible thing that happened. And then my host grandfather of all people was all like, Usan, I'm going to tell you something. And I was like, what is it, Tichan? And he's like, I actually think the Americans did a good thing doing that. I was like, Tichan, what? What the fuck are you talking? What? Huh?
Bro.
What do you mean? And he's like, no, hear me out. And he he practiced kendo when he was in high school, and so like he knew Bushido and stuff like that. And he's like, the way the government was at the time, I do not think it would have ended better if it didn't happen. And I was like, okay, you know what? Your country, your opinion. I don't really have a stake in this one. I'm just like, that caught me so off guard.
It's very much a, you know, I don't, it just feels like a trap. I don't want to answer this.
He was also the same old man who was all like, yo, woo, you want to have a beer? And then my host mother was all like, Dad, no, he's not having alcohol. He shouldn't be having alcohol. And he's like, ah, come on. He was a very interesting old guy. He is very, very interesting. My host mother only didn't want me to drink alcohol because, since I was there to help tutor English.
Oh, yeah.
After every session, it was like, okay, I just got done at the preschool. I had coworkers who was all like, oh, Wusan, Wukun, do you wanna go out drinking? And if anybody knows anything about Japan, you can't say no to that. And I was like, okay. And
fair enough.
Well, yeah, sure thing. And I attribute that to why I can pound whiskey like it's fucking water. It is. Oh god, it was rough. It was really fucking rough. It was so interesting. It was such an interesting fucking trip with so many weird things that just happened. So many. I got a girl's number at a McDonald's. Because I said, it's okay that you gave me sauce packets that I didn't ask for. She like got so upset because I asked for like a Big Mac. Just because I was like, this is easy and I can eat this now. And when I got like my Big Mac meal, she gave me hot and sours packets. And then she looked at it and then she was like, you don't need those. I'm so sorry. And she's like apologizing profusely. I'm like, hey, it's cool. You work a lot and it's late at night. Like, you're gonna make a mistake. It's cool.
Yeah, they're very obsessed about honor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Honor and politeness are two things that you get. So I speak very curtly when I speak Japanese, which is like, I guess, which is what people find charming, except when I'm in like a very formal occasion, then I do my best to speak Keigo, which is the third alphabet for being extremely honorific. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it at all. So she's like being very, very, very. They probably aren't as entitled as people here in the state. No, they are. They are.
It just depends on who you talk to when you talk to them.
Yeah. There are people who are like that. Don't think there aren't, because there are. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, there's a few people who are like that, and they treat customer service employees like very poorly, because there's a thing in Japanese culture where you don't say thank you. You don't say thank you to service workers. That's not a thing that you do.
Huh.
You just don't do that. And of course you speak curtly to them, because it's like in this idea of like, you are the customer, you are the guest, so therefore they are here to serve you. And that goes back to like the shogunate era and all this other shit. It's historically seeped in the language. However, being a foreigner and in my culture being taught to say thank you after getting things, I still thanked like customer service people. And it was like, they always looked at me like, huh? One thing you can't do, though, the one thing you cannot do, I stress this enough, no matter how you were raised, do not give a Japanese worker a tip. That is seen as very, very, very rude. Like, incredibly rude.
Here in Norway, we don't tip.
That's fair. That's fair.
We don't tip.
Yeah, it's like it's a concept steeped in culture, because like in Japan, from what I know, it's like, if you tip them, they see that as like, you're insinuating that they don't make enough money to, support themselves.
Yeah.
And so they're like, why would you say that? What the fuck, dude? God. Oh God.
Yeah,
That.
I mean, cultures are vastly different. It's so fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's why like I enjoy history and I enjoy learning about like culture and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, Japan is just the one I know the most about. I don't know too much about a few other ones, but I always try to keep a lookout for most of them. Asian countries just like, I guess, sparked my interest as I was growing up. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, those are the ones that I'm gonna fucking look into. So I know
I
about.
think everybody's
China.
been interested in that at some point or another.
Yeah, it's so far. It's like I literally think it's so far and so distant that that's why it like kind of is interesting to me because it's like a completely different universe almost.
Yeah.
It's so because like I won't lie, Scandinavian culture is fucking rad and it's metal as fuck. It's so cool. But also at the same
We're the
time-
most passive, boring people. Unless you like super calm areas and everything being super calm, Norway's not a place for you. But if you love nature, walking in nature, and being in nature, then Norway's perfect.
Yeah, it's like it's so interesting seeing how that evolved, and then I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense due to like, you know, oh, this came from here, and now that this is no longer a thing, anthropologically, it makes sense that this no longer persists throughout the culture. However, it is a value that is still upheld, and that, like, to me, is the neatest shit. It will forever be the neatest shit.
History slaps, hell yeah.
It does. It absolutely does. It's it's why honestly, when I did this whole VTubing deal, I was like, man, Chinese culture hasn't seen a whole lot. Japanese culture gets a lot. European culture gets a few. But like Chinese culture, you don't see a lot of. And so I used a lot of what I know of martial arts and history to kind of permeate that the good side of Chinese culture. I don't want to say the good side of Chinese culture, but the unproblematic side that people don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Gwen.
Yeah, welcome back.
My goodness, it is.
Yeah, no, I
God,
mean it's man. Things be crazy.
Mm-hmm. I am, however, remember, this is just like unlocking so many fucking memories that I had when I was in Japan. I remember fucking, I was at the preschool, fucking doing English stuff. The funniest part about that was, I was this big dude, and of course, like, you know, the kids are calling me fucking Nissan. And so, the funniest thing was, all the people who worked at that preschool, it was all women. Like every single person who worked there was women. I was like one of the only dudes there. And so the ladies would call me Nissan behind my back because they're all like, oh, you know, that's cute and stuff like that. And they wanted to like call me like something cute. And so at one point, one of them was like, you know, handing out lunch and they're all like, here you go, Nissan. And she immediately looked at me and then looked at the girls in the back. It was all like, I have to go.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh no. And as she's leaving, I've never seen someone be more beat fucking red than that. There's that. I remember when I did kendo at one point, I broke a shinai over somebody's head on accident. And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. Whoopsie. God. There's so much just random things that fucking happen. So many just you know, maid cafes are a thing. We all know that.
I did, yeah.
There's a nurse cafe.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really weird. I didn't go into that one. I kind of was weirded out by it. Because the people working there looked like they hated life.
I mean, I can't say I judge them too much.
No, I know I can't. But I was just like, oh, I don't want to go in there and like you know make a fool of myself already. And at one point, didn't go in. Sus. I'm not surprised. Look, I didn't even go to a maid cafe. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even go to a maid cafe. The idea of a maid cafe does not appeal to me. Does not whatsoever. I did, however, go into a bookstore thinking that I'd be able to, you know, snag some manga or something so I could help learn how to read better. It was porn. It was just a store full of hentai. Full of hentai, dude.
Just a bunch of porn.
It was so funny because I walked down in there and I was like, oh, Melon Books. This seems like a cool place. I peeked my head in. There's just fucking porn plastered across the walls and everything of anime girls and shit. I'm like, I'm gonna go. And I immediately turn around to go up the stairs, and on the stairs they also have porn, just like on the stairwell. And I'm like, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? What the fuck? And you think Melon Books would have given it away, but I saw the flyer to like go look for this place, and it was just like this little anime girl holding a book, and I was like, oh, okay, it's a bookstore, cool. It didn't say anywhere on it that it was like hentai or fucking doujin or anything like that. It was just like book. All right, cool, nice, neat, great. It's almost as disappointing as the Sega arcade. It was full of smoke. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think the best arcade game in Japan was when I went to the Sega arcade? What do you think?
I don't know. Street Fighter.
No.
Fucking Tetris.
Nope.
I don't know.
This is the game I played in the bathroom when I took a piss in the urinal. The harder I pissed,
Oh my god.
I peed, and the longer I peed, the bigger my fucking score got.
Holy shit.
It was a little screen at the top, and it was all like, "Ja, hajimemashita," and then it's this little weather girl, and she's trying to tell the weather, and as you piss, the storm rages on. And the more you pee, and the harder you pee, the harder the storm gets.
Wow.
And I was already like midway through my piss, and I noticed it, and I'm like, I can't stop now.
Now we gotta keep going.
So fucking funny. I loved it. It was one of the funniest things ever.
Interactive
piss game.
You know, on that note though, we have hit the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna fucking end the interactive piss game.
Again, usually these podcasts sidetrack themselves a lot.
Well, it was fucking a good time being on here.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a good time.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Is there anything you wanna shout out? Where can they find you?
My Twitter and my Twitch are two different things. My Twitter is Wukiki4 and my Twitch is Wukiki_. Yeah, that's kind of about it. If you want to find me, I'm pretty easy to find. Just look for, you know, the monkey VTuber, and then I'll probably be one of the first ones that show up, to be honest.
Yep. The tag is on the screen for the Twitter right now. I believe you can get to his Twitch from there.
Yep, I got that linked in my Twitter bio.
Yep.
I don't have my TikTok link there, though, so you're gonna have to go digging for that if you want to look at dumb shit.
Fair. Who do we want to raid, though?
Rob's doing his 1 year right now.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Collab client, man. The links. No, I need to get that set up, actually. That's the thing for the reminder.
There you go. I'll just type in chat for you.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
me.
There you go. That's there he is. Close enough.
Hello. I am here.
There we go. We're gonna raid Rocco. Tell him hello. It's a 1 year anniversary. He's been around for a while now. He's a cool dude, cool guy, fun guy. He's actually the person I collabed with when I met Wukiki, so that was cool. Make sure to go check him out. And thank you guys so much for coming by.
Thank you. Oh god, you can see my.
Yeah, I can actually see your notification on the stream.
I didn't fucking see this. Thank you. I appreciate the follow.
Yeah.
You turn that off next time. Oh
Yeah.
my fucking god.
I also don't know why that got flagged as suspicious use of hydrate, by the way, Luna. Just ignore that.
Suspicious use of hydrate?
Yeah, apparently that's suspicious use.
What? Oh my fucking god.
Alright, anyways, thank you guys for coming by. Enjoy Rocco.
Goodbye.